you're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
Give up already. Quit. Stop hurting people. I'll call you back. You'll love it.
Well, back in 2016, I used to work. I used to work in call center, and till 2018, 2 years, I worked there. And you know what? I was never good at scamming. I won't lie to you. You know, every 2 or 3 months, they fired me. Sometime in a month. I changed like 6-7 companies because I'm never good at lying, to be honest. I mean, and you know what? I have to do this because things were really rough in my family, and I have no way to make more money. So I continue, you know, with these toxic call center, and I got, you know, and asking how can I, you know, make money. More money, how can I scam victims, and so it's a very lucrative business. But after that, what happened is that FBI got involved with it. The YouTube stuff, a lot of YouTubers got involved with it, and you guys start growing. I mean, you guys start spreading the, you know, how this thing works. And
so you're
difficult. And
in your
after
opinion, and just let me ask you one question, just in case we get disconnected. I'd be very curious to know. In your opinion, do the YouTube scambaiters make a difference in saving victims? Like, how do people get really annoyed and they can't make money when they call?
So, and at the same time, the money is not that lucrative anymore because this inbound call costs so much. Because you guys, you know, call those numbers and pranks and everything. So
you are saying, though, that you think
expensive.
Scambaiters, the pranksters, are making it harder for people to make money in the call centers. Is that what I'm hearing?
To run the business. Yes.
Call anyone else, but make sure do not call here anymore.
Did you say call you 100 more times today? Okay, I understand now. Thank you. I'll call you right back. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
India has so many amazing people in your country. I mean, you're not one of them, and none of the people that you associate with are any of them, but there's so many good people in that country.
So what's your problem?
I told you, you're my problem.
So you should die.
We're going in circles, but I'm still living, and I'm on the phone with you. I'm not going to die.
So I'm still talking, and I'm scamming the people.
Well, you're talking to me. You're not scamming anybody.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? What are you doing, God, dude? Did you really think I was going to be a legit victim? Take a glass of water and fuck yourself. Go ahead, please.
Please stop calling me on this number.
You heard him, everybody. Call him back 1,000 times. I'll call you right back, bitch. It's what we do.
Security Administration, how can I help you?
Hey, what's going on? It's been a while.
What's
You got disconnected.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah? I mean, it's getting late in the day, right? You're almost done. Am I right?
No, it's still night.
Like almost, like early morning there, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you do when you're done with your shift? You go out to like breakfast with everybody?
Not with everybody. We go to our room, get brushed up, eat, sleep, and then come back and lie.
Are you gonna stop doing this soon?
Oh,
You don't like what you're doing, huh?
I hate it, sir.
You hate it? You are a terrible criminal, thank God. It's not fine. I mean, it is fine because you're not really scamming anybody. You can't. You're too stupid. You're like short rickshaw stupid.
That's fine, sir.
Right. Like you would lock yourself in a mattress store overnight and sleep on the floor.
How do you get our number?
What do you want?
Oh, this is a Rundy. Hey, I'm right here. What are your other 2 wishes? Go ahead, please. I'm right here.
Is your mother Wendy? Or
Oh
your
my God.
sister?
You sound so hot. Did you just come out of the oven? You're a stupid criminal. I mean, we can go in circles. I mean, it doesn't make sense, and I know we're not going to get anything accomplished, but I'm okay wasting your time. If you're talking to me, you're not talking to a victim. That's funny, right?
Get some life, bro. Get the reality.
You mean be a scammer and hurt innocent people? Like, you have a life? You hurt people for a little bit of money. What kind of life is that?
How can I help you today?
Who's this now? What are you doing on my phone?
Yes, sir.
I thought we were done with everything. I don't know. I was going outside. I got the phone in my pocket. I hear a little Indian guy in my pocket asking me how my day's going. What can I do for you? Go ahead, please. You're so mad, huh? No rupee today. Why don't you get a job, man? Are you afraid if you get a job, then you're never going to hear from me again? You love me, don't you? I grew on you. Like a fungus, right?
Stop calling me.
Who are you? Who told you? What happened? Go ahead, please.
Just fuck off, motherfucker.
Hello? Hi, is this Amazon?
This is Amazon, sir.
Okay. So I just wanted to tell you, you're not poor because you live in India, sir. You're poor because you're a fucking loser. Go ahead, please. Sir? Something I said?
Thank you for calling. How may I assist you?
Is this Amazon?
Yes, it is. How may I assist you?
Yes, Settle Pedal. Is this Amazon?
Hey, you piece of shit. Keep the phone down, you motherfucker.
He's so mad.
Thank you for calling. This side your daddy. How may I help you, son?
This side your daddy. Oh, you're on WSCAM radio. You may have just won a prize. That is one of the best scammer greetings I've heard in a long time. This side your daddy.
Don't disturb me. I'm fucking your mama, okay?
That's the only insult the scammers know, ladies and gentlemen. My mother, my daughter, my wife. I'm talking to the stupidest people in the world. You only know one insult, right? You really think that insults me?
Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, listen, are you in India? Because I want to get India, man.
Call anyone else, but make sure do not call here anymore.
Did you say call you 100 more times today? Okay, I understand now. Thank you. I'll call you right back.
Thank you for calling Auto Parts. My name is Clay. How may I help you?
Hey, what's going on, you dumb fuck? How you been? It's been a while. Go ahead, please.
Okay, what happened?
I don't know. I'm calling to find out what happened. Where you been? What happened to you, man?
I lost, bro. I lost. I'm in depression.
What?
I'm fucking lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Toba, आगे क्या करूं?
That's the end of that conversation. Poor guy.
How can I help you?
Hey, what's going on today, you dumb fuck?
What you need, you motherfucker?
Hello.
Hey, babe, listen to me. When can you get to my neighborhood? I need this guy arrested ASAP. He's got an axe and he's talking nonsense.
Just go, son of a bitch. Just go and kill yourself, you motherfucker.
Wow, you're so angry. Oh my God.
How can I help you?
Like, do you sell fallopian tubes?
No.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Do you have the number I can call for that? Is there like a fallopian tube hotline maybe?
No, sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
Then why are we talking? I mean, you can't help me. Right?
I can help you to activate your primary keys. Your call is connected to primary activation department. And I can do it for you.
No, I don't think it is. I think you could help me to take my money away from me.
Yeah,
You can
I
help
can
me?
hear you. Thank you for getting. Yeah,
Yeah, go
thank
ahead.
you for getting connected with Amazon. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm hoping I called the right place. I'm looking for a few people that just don't care about hurting other people. We just go into the Bank of Canara on GB Road. We bring in machine guns, and we leave there with about $5 million. What do you say? I got blueprints. I just need the people. And my Hindi is not that good. No more scamming people. No more me calling you every day, harassing you. We make money.
No, I will call you back, okay? I will
call me back. Okay, and get a team. Start thinking in your mind, like, what are 2 or 3 of your friends that are willing to go make some money, okay?
So you
that'll keep their mouths shut. And one Rundy. We need a Rundy.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Really?
I got masks. I'm going to give you a Ronald Reagan mask, and I'll take a Jimmy Carter mask, and we'll just go in there and we'll rob all the money. All of it.
You don't call me back. Hello?
You're in Dehradun. I'm not too far from you. Do you want to meet for salad? I'm in Dehradun too. Go ahead, please. We were just speaking. I'm from Dehradun too. Are you in Dehradun? Or just that man? How does that work? Does he like patch the phone calls to you? Are you far away? I want to meet for salad. I'm in Dehradun. I've been watching you guys. You're scamming people. But we don't have to talk about that. We can meet for salad.
Where are you right now?
I'm close to you. Narakutia me aapka swagate. I'm gonna call you all damn day from 100 different phones. No victims for you.
Fuck your mother, you motherfucker.
Yep, you can do that, but I'm still gonna call you.
Thank you for calling Amazon customer service. You're speaking with James. How can I help you?
Man, you sound worse than the other guys. How stupid are you, James? How stupid are you? You sound like a James. I'm sure no one ever questions your name.
You motherfucker.
What's it like being a scammer? Talk to me. You sound intelligent, somewhat.
Really good.
Can you tell me what life is like being a scammer?
Yes, let me explain you, okay? For that you have to listen to me carefully, okay?
Explain it. Try to not insult my mom, though, please.
First of all, I like scamming white people, and I get a satisfaction when I rip up your mama's ass, okay?
Okay, so you're angry. That's why you do it.
Support. This is Daniel. How can I help you?
Daniel, listen to me. I know this is crazy. I was trying to dig to China. I got stuck underneath some river somewhere. Is there anything you can do? I'm surprised I even get reception right now. I'm underground, bitch.
Sorry?
I was trying to dig to China. I saw it in a movie. If I start digging from New York, I can get to China. Did you know that? I need you to hack into my phone or do something. I'm stuck down here. It's been 2 days without food. Can you help me or not?
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm underground, bitch. My name's Dean Michael Myers. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm underground.
Hello?
Hey, it's me again. Are you ready to make up and be friends?
Why are you calling me again and again, motherfucker?
Why do you do what you do, motherfucker? Explain me. Explain me why you're a criminal, and I'll stop calling you. You can't answer that.
No, sir, we don't lie. What's the problem?
You lie for a living, so why wouldn't you lie to me just now? I'm coming to you for help, but you're lying to me. You lie to people to get their money. You hurt people.
No,
oh my God, you're a criminal. Tell me about the criminal lifestyle. Like if you have a kid, like they will never send a bad report card home. Otherwise, you'll shove the mail person's face in the oven. I saw that movie. I know who you guys are. You're the Turban Mafia. Oh my God, tell me about that. What do you guys do? Do you walk around town in like dark suits? Nobody will mess with you? Oh, I'm not going to do anything, sir. You're the mafia. You're scary. You hurt people. You get like front row seats at all the concerts, and you get walked in through the back. You got the lifestyle going, bro. You're a criminal.
You are in your fairy tale world right now.
You drive like a dark rickshaw with tinted windows and a spoiler. I'm sorry?
No.
What's your name? Should I call you like Don? Don this side Charlie or whatever your name was? Don this side Charlie. You're a criminal.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This is Kate. How may I help you today?
Kate, I don't know what's going on here. They sent me to get gift cards. I went to the store, and there's something crazy going on at that store. I bought this gift card, and now I don't know what to do with it. I have a gift card, and I don't know why I have this gift card. Yes. I got it in my pocket. I got out of that store before they could tackle me. I bought a Google Play card. I don't know what's going on in that store. There's people with bows and arrows and nunchucks and Chinese stars. Everybody in that store is kung fu fighting. And then I'm buying gift cards in the middle.
Did you purchase Google Play gift card?
I got Google Play gift card. It's in my pocket, and I got out of there, and these people were chasing me for it. I don't know what's going on about these gift cards. I don't know if it's just crazy people. One person was wearing a Speedo, and it was like World War X in that store. People were fighting. They were crazy. One guy had a tank. He was driving a tank down the aisles of CVS. Yeah, don't send me back there. Please do not send me back.
Calling support. You're talking to Charles. How may I help you?
Charles, I was working with Leon before. I had some gift cards, and then I got shot. Is there any possible way you can hook me up with Leon? I'm sorry?
Which gift card is this? Which gift card is this?
I got Target gift cards, but then I got shot.
Name of the card, sir. It's an Amazon gift card. It's an eBay gift card. It's an Apple gift card.
Oh, I got Target gift cards. He told me to go to Target. I thought they were supposed to be Target gift cards. But I got shot anyway.
You purchased the gift cards?
Listen, I purchased the gift cards, but then the problem is, next door in the little plaza, there's a jewelry store. The guy wasn't looking. I figured, hey, I could steal some watches and sell them on eBay. More money, you see. But then he takes out a gun and shoots me. So now I'm limping to my car. The cops are chasing me. And I had to duck into a little alley. I'm calling you from my car phone. And I have the gift cards. But I've been shot, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you will tell me you will tell us the numbers on your Target card?
Yeah, they're brand new. I mean, I got $500 worth. 2 of them.
Gift card with the $250 each. Am I right?
Right, but then I got shot. What am I going to do about my leg? There's a bullet hole in my leg.
Okay, don't worry. And please tell me your card number. You have the card number, sir?
Stop calling me. Hello?
Hello?
Yes? Who's this?
Oh, my name's Take. Who's this?
Hi, it's help desk with Microsoft. How can I help you?
Oh, thank God. Listen, I really need help with my computer. Do you know about computers? Or can you transfer me to somebody who does?
No. Microsoft, how can I help you?
I just talked to you. You hung up on me. Now we're cooking with curry. You got me now. All day long, bitch. Why would you hang up on me? Hurt my feelings. I guess that's the end of that conversation. Why should I have to pay for anything if it's going to be a free trial? It's not free. You mean to say it's a $4.95 trial? This is a lot of work just to get a little rise in my credentials. And you guarantee that my best leg of the 3 that I have is going to grow if I take this pill, right?
Well, many of my your customers have a successful, high successful rate with this product.
Do you have a calendar of like all the before and after ambassadors? Like, can I see your work and see what really is proven? I mean, I'm kind of tiny down there, and I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of this trick, but every time I go on an adult website, like an adult dating website, I put Barbie doll hands down there, so when I take a picture, it looks huge. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just looking for a little help with my ambassador, but I don't want to pay $4.
Daniel, tell me how can I help you today? Hello? Yeah?
Yeah, namaste, Chutia. Apke se hey. Kaya ho raha hey. How you doing? Life's alright. How long have you been scamming people like this for?
Yeah. It feels so nice. Like I just scam someone who has $2,000, and
I mean, $2,000. Your boss will be happy. You don't make anything.
Yeah.
What do you make on that? Like $10 American? You're making your boss rich, man. You're like a good little slave. You ever think about that? Do you ever go home and put your head on that one pillow you own? I mean, you're normally biting the pillow probably, but when you lay on your back for once, I mean, are you like having trouble falling asleep because you're making your boss rich? Like, when do you get your shot? I'm sorry, you're trying to insult me, but you ran out of ink.
This dirty money will be making me a bad rich gentleman, okay? Put this in the YouTube live. Put this in the YouTube live.
So, Sean, listen to me. This question just came in from Edna Wilson from Ohio. She says, why do you only care about money and not about hurting people?
Blood is money, as I said you. Blood is money. Blood is money.
But there's no blood there. But you're hiding from people when you hurt them. Isn't that correct, sir? You're doing it all by the phone.
We are not.
You're swindling
We are
old
not
people
hiding
out of their
it.
money.
We are not hiding
Defenseless
it.
people.
We are not. We are not hiding it. It's all about the dark web. It's all about the dark web.
It's all about the dark web, right, sir?
Yeah, if you have the power, go and if you have the power, so many guts, if you have guts, touch the dark web, then see what the fuck the dark web will do. They will fuck you.
There you have it, Edna.
Fuck you.
He answered the question. He answered the question.
Okay.
They will fuck you, Edna. That's from the Scammer at 1:52 a.m. live on WSCAM radio.
Hey, this is also part of my life. I had to, hurt some people. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I'm not just trying to feed the family. I'm just trying to survive.
And you don't have any fear of the place getting raided and going to jail for a little while?
Well, if that is what waiting for me, I have to face it, right? As you said before, it's karma. So if I'm doing something wrong, I have to face it, right? So one day, so hopefully I can find something better before that.
Good morning, everyone. Here we are, our 50th episode. Good morning, Take. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Oh, thank you so much, DA. Thank you, Raz. We really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'm feeling nervous. There's like a little light on my stream that tells me if it's basically the internet strength, and it keeps flashing between red and green. Red is bad, green is good. So I'm feeling a little nervous. For those that are just joining us, I just stream at a card table in my living room. So there's no production studio. So y'all just bear with us if we have any kind of tech issues, but let's pray that we don't. But thank you so much, Raz and DA, this morning, and thank you all so much for joining us. Yeah, you're audible to me. You can barely hear him. He sounds loud to me. Thank you so much, Trish. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, from Trish. Really appreciate that. So how is the audio? Can everyone hear Take okay? He actually hasn't talked much yet. So maybe that's why they think they can't hear you. You haven't talked yet. Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. Can't hear Take. Why? But y'all can hear me, right? Can y'all hear me? Peter hears you. Huh. Well, So, Take, are you audible or not? What? You're muted now. Oh. No, because there's a delay. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. You're not edible, B. I mean, take. Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder why Peter can hear him and nobody else can. He's just very, very quiet. Literally, he's turned... Huh. Because you're literally turned up as high as you can go. No, it's always my fault. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this. Now say something. Okay. We're waiting for the 30-second delay of something. Something. But anyway, yeah, there's definitely a echo. There we go. Anyway, sorry y'all. Yeah, sure, Hank. Like I can do that. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. Sorry, there's always some problems. Good morning, Stock Explorer. Okay, I have no clue what to do. I just changed the setting again, so let's just try again, see if we can hear. Yeah. But thank y'all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Welcome to our 50th episode. Super glad to have everybody here. Pierogi will be on with us shortly. We got some other stuff to talk about. We're just waiting to see. You'll have to keep talking so we can figure out if it's working or not. Can you say something? Because I did change it. Well, a little bit more than that. Because I did change the settings. So, you know. Well, I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying, y'all. To the best of my ability, I'm trying. So, we'll see if it works. But anyway, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I don't know what to do. This is frustrating. I don't want to... Let's see, what can I do? I mean, it's really hard for me to know because he sounds perfectly good to me. I know, he's coming. So, yeah, thanks, little nerd. It's great to see you. Super great to see you. So, thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. Okay. Well, we're going to have to keep going. So you could hang up and I could call you on the phone. Do you want to do that? Because it's probably Discord. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to try. I'll try to get Take on the phone here and maybe that'll help. In the meantime, while I'm getting him on the phone, there's a couple of people that we need to thank. And first of all, what do y'all think of our new song? Ceiling Mouse, the one that writes a lot of songs for Kit Boga, wrote that song for us. So thank y'all so much for that. We really appreciate that. Appreciate her doing that. And, you know, it's been great working with her, and we really appreciate the song. I love it. I think it's awesome. It works really well with Take's voice as well. So, thank y'all. Thank her so much. I appreciate so much her doing that for us. Okay, I'm just calling him on the line, y'all. So y'all just hold on one second. Hello? Hello. All right. And how does he sound now, y'all? How does his hello sound now? So thank you so much to Ceiling Mouse for our awesome song. And also I want to thank Stephanie Humphreys. Thank you so much for all of the sharing and everything that you've done. And also to all the mods. So thank you. Sugars. I don't know what to do, y'all. I wonder if we should end the stream and restart it. Let me think. Yeah. Let's see. It's really hard, y'all, because literally my settings are exactly the same as they always are. So I have no clue why it's not working. Why you can't hear him. Because to me, I hear him exactly the same as I always do. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I know it's getting late. Because there's no point. The problem is that Pierogi is going to be on Discord. So there's no point. We got to make sure it's working, or we're not going to hear him either, which would be pointless. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. I can call tech support, but I'll end up getting scammed. So, well, wait a second. I just had a really. It definitely could be. All right. I think I fixed it now. I saw something different, so I think we're good now. So let's move on. It's getting real late. I don't know if we'll have time for the news today, but I do want to want us to share something. So
I mean, a lot of people are saying they still can't hear me.
Yeah. Just wait for the delay. That it'll come up. So we Take and I have been working with a new nonprofit organization. They just started in April 14th to be exact is when they got incorporated, and last week they got fully tax exempt. So we're super excited to be part of that, right?
Yes, and people can hear me now. God help those people.
Yeah, I knew they could. All right. So the name of the new organization that we've been working with is called Aspire. It stands for Allies for Scam Prevention and Recovery Efforts. And so the whole purpose of the organization is to reduce the number of scams through education, and different avenues, as well as provide support for victims after they've been scammed. This is our new organization. The first thing that we are going to be working on is getting a website up. We don't have a website yet. That'll be our first thing that we're going to work on, and we're also going to be working on a hotline. So for the hotline, people will be able to call in real time and ask any questions that they have about a scam that's going on, as well as get genuine numbers, because a lot of people Google a number when they need like Facebook support or you know, like if they need like Google support, they'll Google a number and then they'll end up getting a scammer. So we're going to provide those genuine numbers for people. So if they need Amazon support, Facebook support, they can call into the hotline, and then we'll be able to give them that number and hopefully reduce the people that are scammed that way, as well as some other efforts. So the first thing we're working on now is just a website. And then we'll, once we get the website, we'll start working on the hotline. So it's called Aspire, and it's fully tax exempt in the United States, as well as incorporated in the state of South Carolina. Yeah, that's what we've been working on, Take, huh? I'm excited about it. That's our email there. If anybody wants to help with the website, you can PayPal that address there if you'd like to. But I'll be keeping everyone up to date on the website. Hopefully we'll have it in the next few weeks. I'm just going to state this every time we talk about it. Aspire will never ask you for money. So, I mean, I know I just said that about the thing. You're free to donate, but nobody will ever call, and there'll never be a charge for anything to use the services. So that's, I'm really excited about that and super glad that we're working on that, and I'll keep you guys up to date. I know the domain name of what the domain name will be of the website, but it's not up yet. It will be aspire.org. So we already have the domain name. We just don't have the website up. So we'll keep y'all up to date with that, and super excited.
Wow. Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Really appreciate that.
And I can't chat. So it's because you called me on one of my other phones, and I can't talk and chat on the other phone, but I can watch the chat, but I just don't want to appear rude to anybody. So I'll apologize earlier. Yeah, hello out there. Goodbye out there. I do say hello. I do say goodbye. I just can't type it.
Yeah, once we get Pierogi on, we'll get you back on Discord. It'll work now. So
you say.
So we're super excited about that, and like I said, we'll be updating y'all on that. I tried to get a Facebook up and running this morning, but I didn't quite get it done. So I think it'll be good, and it'll give us some concrete numbers. We can tell y'all the number of scams last month in North Carolina or South Carolina was 100, and this month it was 75. So it'll give us some concrete evidence too of what we're doing, and I think it'll be really good. So we'll keep y'all up to date on that. And feel free to email us at any time. If you have any questions about scams now, like you're worried about being scammed, you can go ahead and email us. The Aspire contact@gmail.com, or the other email is admin@aspire.org. And we can help you now. And like I said, I'll keep everyone up to date. So, okay. So sorry there was some issues this morning and everything. I know there's a lot going on. We're all super excited today. And
why?
Because you're here, of course. Duh.
That's what it was.
And I just want to thank everyone as well for being a guest on the show. We've had over 50 guests. Again, I want to thank Stephanie for being a guest on the show, and New Moon. You've been a guest on the show and don't have a channel, and we really appreciate that. We look forward to having more of y'all without channels on. But thank you guys so much for all the guests that we've had on so far.
Yes, Stephanie was one of our, if not the very first guest, maybe Chester was, but Stephanie was there. She talked to us real early in this, right? It was like our first week.
Yeah, I think we recorded with her first before we even had our first episode, and then we aired it later. So we definitely appreciate Stephanie, and she's been promoting the stream a lot this episode, and we thank her so much for that. for doing that. We really, really appreciate it. So we could try to get Chester on the line for one news story. We're just running a little bit behind. It's my fault.
Mate, I can't type in chat, but I have to know. I've seen you say that a couple times. What is free fuel? Like somebody just hooked you up with free gas, petrol, I guess you would say in Australia, or did you siphon it, or what? Talk to us. Write it down.
Yeah. Help us out, because it's up to
free fuel. I want to know how to do that. It's like $5 a gallon here. Going gasoline crazy here in New York.
Yeah, it's like it's over $4 here. How much is it at your house?
Like $4.80.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, oh my God.
Like, no, I'm glad I don't really go anywhere anymore. That's the benefit of being a hermit.
The problem though is where I live, you have to buy your own air conditioner, and then the rental property installs it. They don't let you do it because it's a huge apartment building. They don't want them falling out and clobbering people as they walk by, if it falls out the window. So I have the air conditioner, and I'm not getting it installed until Wednesday, which is only tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I live on the top floor. It's hot. It's like one of those old factories. It's got the bricks and the hardwood. It gets really freaking hot. So I have to sit in my car so I can play the air conditioner while I do YouTube, and I run out of gas.
Yeah.
So I keep spending $30 on gas every other day because it was a hot weekend in New York.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yep.
Well,
now where's Chester?
Chester, we got time for one news story, so let's get him on the line. And then we should be ready to proceed and get Pierogi on the line. Hello, Chester. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing today?
Chester Drawers.
How's the signal?
Yeah, great to have you. So what story you got for us today? I know I'm wasted some time fiddling with the technology, but what you got for us?
Yeah. Hi, this is Chester Drawers for WSCAM Radio, the Morning Scam Show, and I'm going to start off with a story in Florida. I don't know if you heard about this, but a man, Jeff Gaylord, 37-year-old, entered the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office on Tuesday and turned himself in for killing his imaginary friend, Mr. Happy. He said his room was a mess all the time with his toys and dolls. He told police he left his empty vodka bottles all over the kitchen, never picked up his empty cocaine baggies, and left the toilet seat down when he peed. He messed up his apartment to the point where he just couldn't get it clean. And before Hap doing drugs and acting weird, he was his best friend forever. They would go dancing, playing the children's park equipment, and both big, huge fans of doom metal. Police said Gaylord was extremely intoxicated and threatened to kill them after they told him they could not give him the death penalty for his crime. So, so he wanted... Well, he turned himself in because he killed his imaginary friend, Mr. Happy.
Oh, well, that was
so
noble, I guess.
Chester, what are you hearing out that way? I mean, do you know what the sentence will be? I mean, what are people in the community saying about this?
Well, I think it's going to be an imaginary death penalty. I think that's still the case in Florida, but. They did go back to his apartment just to check out in case it wasn't a real person. Fortunately, it was just his imaginary friend. But they did find a number of drug paraphernalia
I would think so.
and a machine gun.
Oh, goodness.
So,
I hope they took that away from him.
So
yes, they have. He's been booked on multiple charges and bail hasn't been sent. So He's now the guest of Florida Correctional Services.
Oh.
So he's an idiot because he was actually doing bad things and wasn't on the up and up, and he has unregistered firearms and probably drugs, and they would have never found out about that stuff. But yet he wants to go, confess to killing his imaginary friend, and now he's actually really in jail.
Yep, that's it. That's the way it goes.
That's a happy ending.
Not for Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy's dead.
Well, it can't all be good news. Mr. Happy took one for the team, the greater good.
Yeah.
One more psychopath off the street. We just had a huge shooting in New York when it was racially motivated, and the idiot, white supremacist stupid idiot, goes in and kills a bunch of people. Just shoots these innocent people in a supermarket. So all these crazies need to be locked up.
Right. It's
definitely
terrible.
I've got a few more very quick ones if you like.
Ryan made a good point. Like, what if the imaginary friend haunts him after the death?
I mean, that's that's justice.
Yeah. Okay, well, hit us with one more, Chester.
Yeah, sure. Mega Millions prize payments are temporarily on pause after the host announced the wrong Mega Ball during the latest drawing. They incorrectly called a number 6 instead of a number 9, and they had to suspend. So I think on chat earlier on, someone said that they had one number out. I think that was probably the reason why.
So did someone in our chat win?
No one reportedly won the grand prize with either 6 or 9. So I think he called it a rollover. It's scheduled for this Friday with an estimated jackpot of $99 million.
Wow.
And a brand new Mercedes.
Yeah. I was super excited on Friday because I went and got a quick pick, and it was Friday the 13th, and I had the number 13 in the main numbers, and then I had number 13 as my Powerball, and I'm like, this is it. I'm finally gonna win. And number 13, I think, was the Powerball, but that was the only number I got.
Yeah.
I hate Lotto. I hate it. I understand people need to play, and maybe they should play when it's these big things. You got to be in it to win it. I get all that. When I go in to buy one drink and a pack of cigarettes, I should not have to. I guess it's mainly the scratch-offs. I have to wait in line for. They only have one cashier, and it drives me crazy. Why can't they just open up a second window for just lottery people? I got to spend a half hour to buy 2 things because everybody needs to play their numbers. And then the guy wants to make a joke. Oh, I'm going to split it with you if I win to the cashier. I'm like, what about the 20 people you're making late for whatever they got going on? You should split it with us. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
I never play Lotto. I never play it.
Woohoo! We reached our goal of 100. This is the first time we've had 100 in chat, so thank y'all so much for being here. I'm excited.
That means CJ Scams will be running up and down the streets naked. Somewhere down south, naked.
Yeah.
I think that's what she said.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Chester. Sorry that we didn't get to all your news stories, but you can save them for Thursday because the Bashful Scambaiter will be here on Thursday. So y'all come back
I've just got one final news, very, very quick, promise.
Okay.
In a recent survey of scambaiters, 99.9% said that the best scambaiters have blue hair. So I'm in good company.
I think they were referring to you, for sure.
Must be blue hair you have, Chester? Does the carpet match the drapes? I had to ask.
Oh, that would be telling. That would be telling.
On that note, on the carpet matching the drapes note.
Yep. Everyone, this is Chester Draws for WSCAM Radio, the morning scam show, handing you back to the studio. And congratulations on your 50th show. Very, very well done. Very entertaining. Love it. And all the guests and all the chat.
Yep.
You're a big part of it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chester. And please don't ask that to Pierogi take. He might hang up on us.
Well, no, I wasn't going to mention that, but the other day I was watching a video and he had some pink in the hair, so I might have to, talk about that.
Yeah, just don't talk about his carpet or his drapes, okay? We don't want him to hang up.
Well,
he can handle
it. That's public want to know that. I think is a genuine question, Take. So from a journalist to a journalist, yeah, go for it, man.
All right, well, we're going to play an intro video that kind of gives you an introduction about us and also debuts more of Sealy Mouse's song. So, and while we watch that, we will see if Pierogi's ready and we'll get him on the line. So thank you, Chester.
Morning, Manuel.
Take care. Bye.
Later, Chester.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other
I mean, come on, who doesn't love a good, like, rage scammer, right? Like, it's fantastic. I mean,
too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo, you gotta take
different baiters do it differently. They all have their own style and their own reasons for how they do their baiting. That's the way I do it.
I think if you're able to be scam baiting at the same time, you should do it because then it's protecting more people.
The major issue is like connecting the dots between the scammers and the victims and making the authorities aware of both of the things. You know, like the authorities need a victim to start an investigation, and they need to find the scammer, you know, to end the investigation, basically.
People think to themselves, oh God, I wouldn't be stupid enough to fall for a scam. And I always say this to people, like, anybody can fall for a scam if it just happens to be that time.
Creating more awareness on social engineering, because I believe if everyone understands how social engineering works, they would basically know how to detect any scam or any fishy stuff.
If I actually succeed in doing this thing, I think there is something that's gonna change in India.
Thank you for calling support. This is Daisy. How may I help you?
Daisy, oh my God, I haven't talked to you in a while. Are you okay? Daisy?
Yes, Daisy.
Are you okay?
How may I help you?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm wondering, are you hurt? Like, did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
No, I'm not hard.
Okay. Yeah, do you know CPR? Because you're taking my breath away.
Just
yeah, you
fuck
sound
off.
beautiful, Daisy.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
next level item. Hello?
Hey, is Daisy there? I gotta talk with Daisy. Can you put the phone to Daisy, please? Why?
No, there's Daisy here.
There just is. I just talked to her. I mean, you lie about your job. You lie about everything else. And now you're going to lie to me about Daisy? When will you stop lying?
We love to lie.
Exactly. But so I'll have to keep calling back again and again and again until I reach Daisy. And I will get Daisy. You know who I am, right?
Good then.
I call 1,000 times a day. 1,000 times, at least.
Good.
You can't block me.
That will be good.
That will be good. That will be good. Yep.
Keep calling.
Oh, thank you. I think I will.
Thank you for calling Amazon Support. How can I help you?
If you were a vegetable, you'd be cucumber.
Shut up.
Thanks for calling Amazon. How can I help?
Hey, do you believe at love at first sound? I didn't until I started talking to you. How are you?
Thank you for calling Amazon Support. How can I help you?
I didn't know what I wanted in a woman until I started talking with your mother. Do you happen to have her number?
Thank you for calling Amazon Support. How can I help you?
I figured out why the sky is so dark above Delhi. It's because all the colors are in your eyes. You are gorgeous.
Thank you for calling Amazon. How may I help you?
Are you an artist? You are so good at drawing me in. Go ahead, please.
Excuse me?
Lundy, are you as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside? Do you have a map?
Your mother, your daughter.
Do you have a map? I'm getting lost in those eyes.
Hey y'all, I'm CJ Scams. Thanks so much for stopping by, where it is my goal to ruin a scammer's day, like this.
And what I'll do is I'll give you my company's manager's account number, his routing numbers and everything.
He adds me on his real WhatsApp, so I get his name, picture, and location. Yeah, I believe you were talking to a scammer, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate $1,800 worth of Apple Cards and I leave.
No. So I don't guess why, like, you want to clear everything out, all the 100 questions that you have right now only before you reach at the store.
Sir, what's this on my computer? Sir, are you there? Hello, sir? Did you put this on my computer?
No, I did not. Just give me 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Do you know what it is?
And I can hear them in the background. They're fucking scared.
Are you recording
They're really
it?
scared.
Okay.
The way you talk to me, I feel like you're trying to understand why I'm in this industry. You make me feel like you care for me.
Just think like your community is awesome. Did you purposely build a community like that?
It's like you started there and then people want to help out. That's the coolest part is you get people, they're like, hey, I want to help you this, I want to help you that. And that really builds a sense of community.
So please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss your favorite scam baiter or scammer here on CJ Scams.
CJ Scam ही मेरा पहला रीजन था जो मैंने स्कैम इंडस्ट्री को छोड़ा कि आपसे मुलाकात होने के बाद ही मुझे पता चला कि ये तो CJ Scam is the reason why I left scamming.
Hello, thank you for reaching Amazon. This is Jenny Smith. How may I help you?
Can I talk to your manager now?
No, ma'am, you can't talk to my manager, okay?
Can you please let me talk to your man?
Hello, thank you for reaching Amazon. This is Jenny Smith. How may I help you?
Would you like a gift card to please give me the password for my computer?
I did not lock your computer, right, ma'am? So I don't know the password of your computer.
Well, I asked you for a manager and you hung up on me.
Yeah, ma'am. Why you need my manager?
Because I want the password for my computer.
Who locked your computer, ma'am?
One of them jerks that you work with that are assholes.
Alright then.
Thank you for reaching Amazon Fraud and Cancellation Department. How may I help you today?
Can I please have the password for my computer?
I will give you the password, ma'am, but right now you need to follow some procedure, right? Have a computer, right?
Yeah, that you changed the password on.
Okay, I will give you the password. I will give you everything what you want. All right? I can give you everything. Trust me, ma'am. You can take my number because, ma'am, you are not talking with any scammers, all right? This is not a robocall. This is not any fraudulent call, ma'am.
Then why would Amazon lock my computer and then hang up on me? Why would Amazon do that?
They're misusing your computer to purchase this order, ma'am. So in that case, what I need to do is, ma'am, we need to go ahead and we need to cancel that order, and whatever the amount will be charged to that account, that will be refunded back. My boss, they are not able to talk to you, okay? Because I will call them, and they will let me know that what I need to do, all right? Just give me a moment. If you give me $1,000, no. If you give me $1,000, then I will make sure I will give you your computer password. All right.
Will you get off of my computer?
And I believe, yeah, we can get off to your computer as well, ma'am. We don't need your computer. We don't.
Then why are you on there and blocking me off?
Ma'am, ma'am, I'm here to helping you out. Ma'am, I am here to helping you out.
Okay, then help me. Then stay on the line with me and go ask him. Don't hang up on me.
Yeah, I'm not hang up on you. You just be handy with your cell phone first.
I'm not connecting you on my cell phone.
Okay, just give me a moment. Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I want to say something to you, all right? Teri maa ka bood. Teri maa ka bood.
I don't know what that means.
You just give me your cell phone. I will give you a computer. All right?
Why do you want my cell phone?
Ma'am, you are going to pay. You are giving me a $500. All right?
Yeah.
So you have to be, give me your cell phone, because right now we will go ahead and we will, provide you the Amazon. My accounts department. All right? And you are going to sending the $500 gift card from Bank of America, all right? $500 gift card, worth of you give me an Apple gift card, all right? You send me an Apple gift card, okay? Just go and buy a $500 Apple gift card, okay?
All right, and then
all right?
what?
I'm here.
Why are y'all such
assholes? And then
assholes?
I will give you a computer password.
What's wrong with y'all? What does your mother think of you? I am 6 months pregnant, and y'all are upsetting me.
Ma'am, okay, I'm giving you the password. Do not cry, ma'am. Don't cry.
Your password is fuck you. Your password is fuck you.
Why are you being so mean to me? I'm 6 months pregnant.
Fuck you.
Why are you being so mean to me?
Okay, bye-bye.
Hello?
What did I do to you?
No, just listen to me. Just turn your computer off. That's it. If they change the password, first of all, just do one thing. Turn your computer off and never turn it on. go ahead and get a technician and fix the computer, okay? Because what will happen is they might be still be on your computer. You go to your banking or information, they might be using it to do illegal stuff. So I would recommend that you just turn your computer off right now.
The people
Do
that
that.
you work
turn your
with?
computer off right now. I mean, try to help you out and calm you down as much as I can to let you get my services and help you. So first and foremost, ma'am, just turn your computer. Just shut it down. Turn your computer down right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Why did they
Turn
change
it off.
the password?
If they're trying to say mean things to you, just do not reply them. Just just neglect them or you avoid them, and stop crying for God's sake. Okay? It's like if you do like this, if you act like this, if you act vulnerable, what they will do is they will try to if they are a scammer, they will try to get you. Okay? They will scam you for good. Okay? First and foremost, as I told you, shut your computer down and get a technician and fix your computer. That's it. Okay?
Can't you get a better job?
I'm sorry, ma'am. This is our job, okay?
Why?
Now, listen to me. I'm sorry, ma'am. That's a very good question, and I really don't have any answer for that. And soon I'm going to leave this job as well, and I'm going to find another job. This is just a temporary thing for me. But for you, ma'am, it's as I told you, that's the only solution to that, okay? And do not call any numbers after this, okay? And even if they call you and they say they are from this and that, do not answer them. Okay, just like avoid them. Do not entertain those calls, okay?
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
That's funny.
Hello, we are live with the man of the hour that Take promised won't ask about his carpet or his drapes. Right, Take?
Oh, come on. You can't trust me. What's
They
up,
do
Pierogi?
match. They do match.
Hi, Pierogi. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it a lot.
Happy to be here. Congratulations, of course. 50 to have. Here's the thing: to do something consistently, after a week, after 2 weeks, after 2 months, to do it 50 times, and especially to do it so dang early in the morning, is you deserve a lot of kudos for that. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're definitely excited.
And also,
mhm.
all the jokes aside of everything, I mean, you have been a good friend to us since the early days. I mean, and that means the world to someone like me or CJ, with all the haters out there. And when we're brand new doing this and they say it won't work early in the morning, and all of a sudden we have scammer Payback who has 2.5 million subs showing up and giving us the time of day. And I mean, you're just so humble, and it really does show through in your videos when you save victims and you get so excited. Thank you so much for sharing the love with us.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's I'd like to thank the YouTube algorithm for that, because one day it popped up on my screen. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I clicked on it, and it's kind of like sometimes part of my morning routine. And then I get sad and I want to tweet, how come you guys aren't streaming today on Wednesdays and Fridays? You guys do Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? So
yeah.
But no, it's good. It's all part of the community. We're all one big community. So that's part of what I do.
Well, we definitely love, that you're so humble. Everyone recognize, like, people that watch you know that. I think it's definitely part of your appeal. We appreciate it. There's sometimes when you watch streamers, you feel like they're a celebrity, you're nothing, but we don't feel like that way with you, so it's a good thing. We definitely appreciate you being relatable.
I appreciate being here. I'm glad that you guys. This is now my third time, I believe, talking on here. So I feel like I'm outstaying my welcome. I'm like the person that says, "Hey, can I stay for a week?" and I'm here 6 months later, kind of a thing. So.
No, that's all right. You can stay as long as you want. You know how to pack the seats, I should say. If I was a rock star promoter, you're gold. We would hire you for all the time.
Just don't offer to come permanently because Take might kick me off.
Well, I'm not monetized. It's your channel. So, but you're on your way to work right now. Am I not mistaken? Like you have a scammer payback headquarters.
I'm sitting outside of the headquarters right now. Huge building. It's probably 25 stories, SP headquarters. And so we got helicopters and drones flying around, and everyone's getting in. It's hard to find a parking spot. There's so many people. So
they're looking for you. You're on like the 5th floor with the white and the yellow wallpaper, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. And the blue hair, the white t-shirt, all the generic things you can guess, right?
So how many employees?
You're right near a Waffle House, I bet.
Yeah.
How many employees do you have now, or is that secret?
I think I'm trying to think. Like, if we have, as far as like people that are working around the world that are working for, and this is not counting like mods and stuff like on like Discord and streams. Even though they do, it's an incredible job. I think we're at like. All of us combined, maybe 9 people, I believe. So
that's awesome.
I think, yeah. So it's growing and growing, and we're trying to add more here and there where it makes sense. But doing all the editing and production stuff that it takes a lot of like brain power, and then streaming, and then translating, and finding calls that are interesting for people that they want to see, and then now we've added this like investigative arm where we're now actually like monitoring the scammers and watching them like 24/7. So that's taking a lot of time, and trying to collect information and save people off the stream. Like when we run into, like we save some people, and then we have to sometimes be stealthy around like, hoping that the person doesn't get scammed, and then they don't. So we didn't like disrupt anything going on, so they don't know we're watching them, kind of a thing. So there's a lot of work that's involved. So it's more than one person for sure. So
yeah, for sure.
But that's where we are. So I'm just kidding. We don't have a 25-story building. I was trying to make a little joke. So I don't know what the chat's saying, but anyway.
I knew you were kidding, but it still sounded good.
For sure.
So yeah, that's a good point. Anushka said, like, don't forget you started with 1 viewer, 1 sub at one time, right?
Yeah, 100%. I remember my first. Here comes Brandon into the office, so he might come up to me and be like, "What are you doing in the car?" I remember my first like streams. Yeah, I remember my first time streaming. I remember my first video that I put out, and I actually used Final Cut Pro to edit it myself, and I had these little lower thirds that were on there. I thought they were so cool, and I remember just like. I was so proud of what I had done. I thought it was really funny and like all these kinds of things. And it was like 50 minutes long, and just kind of a newbie in the space. And I remember having like forcing people to watch, like forcing my friends and forcing people that I knew, forcing them to watch me scambait. So it was like, hey, you're going to watch me and you're going to enjoy it. And, it was cool. I mean, I remember there was like, one person that it was one of the like the nicest things someone ever said to me, and it was on Twitch. That's why I always have like a connection to Twitch, is because somebody messaged me and they said, I really enjoy, it makes me really happy when you stream. And I'm like, well, I don't have anyone in here. and they're like, it just like brightens my day that you stream, and thank you so much for being like authentic and being yourself. And it like made me very, very happy. So I was like, oh my gosh. So
yeah.
Anyway, I will always remember the days of like 2 people. So
yeah. It all that's how it starts. It just starts. You got to start somewhere, and that's what I was telling Take about this. We're working with a new nonprofit. It could fail, but you got to try. You got to try. So you're definitely a good inspiration, everyone. Like out there, you guys want to do something big, you got to just try. And look at Pierogi. He just tried, and here he is now. So
yeah, and I think to that, it's like, trying, and again, you'll find resistance because sometimes people don't like change. They don't like, I don't know, like you'll find resistance, and it can be interesting sometimes, especially in content creation and all that kind of stuff. And but our goal has always been like, how do we win people over to realize that we're like trying to help people, we're trying to expose these guys. Like, I didn't get into this to be like somebody. Like, I don't care about that. I really want to help people, and I really want to expose the guys as much as possible. But there, like Take said, there's nothing better than like getting the victim on the line, or the current victim or potential victim, whatever it may be, and having a conversation with them and stopping, the grandma that was going to grab her walker to go get $1,000 out of her account that had $1,400 in it or whatever. There's nothing better than that. So
yeah, in your videos, it shows. I don't know. I forgot what your term was. You were like "boom sucker" or something like that. I mean, you get so excited. I mean, and you're high fiving, your partner there. I mean, it's like a high for you. It's just amazing. I mean, I wish everyone in the world could get a high from helping people. It's just like you really get off on sticking it to these scumbags, and it's just amazing. The energy is just so great in all your videos.
Yeah, man. I think that like, I mean, you can't fake something like that. You know what I mean? Like the reaction of, because I try to make people. Sorry, I try to get people to like go in the shoes of the grandma. That's why we do like the sets, and I've told you guys this before, but that's why we do the sets and all those kinds of things, and the voices or whatever, so that people kind of understand what some of these folks go through. And even sometimes we've had victims like talk through their story and what they're going through emotionally and stuff through it, because it is exhilarating when you do get a save or whatever. And it's one person, but that's the fight. I get excited like that too when like the feds email me or call me and they say, "Hey, you stopped another person. Thank you." So it could be a live one, or it could be I hear something 2 weeks later. But it's still exciting. We high five in the office. We get pumped about that stuff. So
yeah,
wow, the entertainment is great. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's we're saving people. Or I mean, you are in this case, but I mean. Anybody who scam baits that's wasting their time is a hero in my book, and I really hope that everyone's getting as excited as you appear to be from saving victims, and it's not entertainment only.
Yeah, you got to entertain to keep people excited and stuff too. But I watch a lot of streams. I think there's a lot of scam baiters that have done such a phenomenal job over the years that I'm proud to see them still kind of doing their thing. Whether it's Skeleton Siski or even like Joe Scambait that's out there, Motter Paul. There's a lot of folks that I consider OGs. And it's, Luke's Doghouse. It's cool to see a lot of them still doing their thing. So I get inspired by seeing things like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And I was just gonna say, and there's a lot of other people that are doing awesome work that might not be like have as many subs or be considered by some to be entertaining, but that doesn't lessen the awesome work that they're doing.
For sure.
I
agree, 100%.
What I think is interesting. I mean, in like I've seen all your videos from the last 2 years. The growth that you've had. Obviously, you've gone from, just wasting their time and kind of being funny and trying to hook up your grandson with the female scammer, all the way to getting their location, speaking Hindi, calling them by their real names, telling them exactly what floor they're on, showing pictures of them firing guns, which leads to deleting their files. I mean, you even have a hat now that like deleting their files. That is huge. That's a huge part of your videos. And I know that there's a lot of people out there. I always see, talk about why we shouldn't delete their files. I mean, why do you think it's a great idea? And I'm for it, but I just wanted your opinion. Somebody with 2.5 million subscribers, somebody who lives and breathes saving these victims and looking for information on these criminals. Why is this a good idea that someone like yourself is deleting their files?
Okay, so I mean that's a really good question. Actually, I think you did your homework, Take. I don't know if you have these written down, but no, like, so I think there's a couple elements of the file deletion stuff. So first, I think it's entertaining for people to see because they want vengeance on scammers. So it's like kind of a chaotic, like, it's a chaotic thing. You're going in, you're getting vengeance on them, deleting the files, whatever, kind of messing up their computer, whatever. The other side of it's downloading the files, so getting information on the scammers themselves. So there could be information on that person specifically. Like I've seen bank records, I've seen government issued IDs, I've seen resumes. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can find on scammers' computers, which I think is really interesting to show the audience and expose that person themselves so they have shame, which they deserve. I think like there's the other side of it where people say like it doesn't do anything or they can recover the files. Okay, sure. If you want to have the backup, like there's a couple of things. Like one, it could be they have a recovery software, and those aren't always 100% effective. Especially like they're just not 100% effective. I'm not saying they couldn't get all their files back, but that's just kind of like a week out in my opinion. And the second thing of like they have backups and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, in the enterprise world, there are backups of files that happen on a certain interval every single day, possibly. But what is the scammer's interval that's using like a real company's computers? Do you think that they're connecting in their IT infrastructure and doing backups? Maybe they are, or maybe some of these they're not. But I'm not going to not delete their files and try to remove everything, at least on that system, because I think that they might have a backup somewhere. So, like, I think it's entertaining and I think it's impactful because it disrupts them. And then on top of that, they don't know what files, if they don't have backups, they don't know what files they don't have or that files that they've lost. We have a stream that we did and the scammers were literally calling the police, and they were, because they're in it with the police, they're calling the police to tell on me. And they were saying, tell the police that we weren't going to be doing anything. This guy's hacked our system or whatever. So they get scared too. So I know it's a long answer. That's how I talk. I'm very long-winded, but that's my long answer to deleting files. It's entertaining, it's disruptive, and I think it's impactful too.
Oh, I just wanted people to hear it come from you, because I think the majority of the people do want to see that, and I do think it definitely puts a hurt on them. It might be short term, like you said, there may be backup files, but a lot of times there may not be. I mean, and that also would lead me to ask you, do you think now more than ever that they're moving away from call centers and they're working in smaller groups? Like I think in one of your videos you were saying that when the webcam was on that they were in an apartment. I mean, I always wonder how many people just do this from home now and have broken away from having a boss because they know how to scam. I mean, they have to pay to get numbers out there, obviously, and pay for clicks and get promotion. So when you're calling tech support, you're calling somebody in their own home. But CJ and I have made numerous calls recently, and you can hear babies in the background. I feel like we're getting more people at home. Do you find that?
So you're going to have more openers at home, A lot of the closers will be together, in my opinion, but you'll have a lot of the openers. So some of the times too, there's people that sell really good leads. So they'll sell you like a hot lead. So essentially what that is someone that has already done the whole opening call with the refund and they've connected to the computer. That's why sometimes they'll be like, well, you're going to receive a call back from a number from my manager. And it's literally someone, it sounds like a completely different location because it is. So those guys are paying for that lead to get a warm body with already a connection. So that's why like maybe someone's connected on AnyDesk and then all of a sudden there'll be a team viewer that connects in and then a whole different person talking to you that like doesn't really know all the information of what happened before. So I think some of that from the pandemic like made it where a lot of them were working from home. And you know, obviously with some of the call center stuff that's going on right now, it makes it a little bit less attractive, but they'll be back into that big box call center thing. I don't think that'll ever really go away. They're going to get smarter because all of it got exposed. So they'll just do a better job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. So can you explain more about like the term that you use a lot that maybe people don't understand is hawala? Can you explain like, kind of about what that term means?
Yeah. So it's like, and can you guys hear me okay? Does it sound okay or am I robotic at all? Am I okay?
I think you sound good. What do you think, Take?
Do I need to
can
go
hear him and understand him. It does come in a little R2D2-ish, but I think people are hearing everything you say.
Okay, because if you want me to, I can go in. I'm just sitting in the car right now, so just let me know. It's y'all's show, so you tell me.
Whatever you think is good. I mean, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that hawala is it's essentially doing money transfer so that you don't have to pay taxes. So you kind of stay away from the government and from like it uses like kind of broken down financial systems in order to transfer money between two different parties without actually like physically sending cash from party A to party B. So it's built upon trust. So essentially like if you have a criminal group in India that are scamming people and then they have people in the United States, another criminal group that are maybe doing drugs or gangs or something, who knows, and they have money resources in the U.S., that's where you send some of these hawala packages to, and they have people that collect them, and then maybe they'll put them into Bitcoin, which before they didn't necessarily have that to use, but now Bitcoins make it easier for them, like Paxful and things like that, to do. It's not the traditional hawala, in my opinion. Because it still can be trackable and traceable. Typically, the traditional way is like the two parties have a ledger between themselves. So you have like an accountant that says like, hey, this side just got $50,000. We need to make it up to the other side. And maybe there's a business that they have, like party A has a business, venture in India. And then maybe since they have 50,000 extra that other side pays, or vice versa. So it's a way for them, if I'm explaining it right, hopefully I am, but it's a way for two groups to pretty much pass money without using any of the banking system or having to pay taxes. That's the main reason is they don't want to pay taxes on this, because typically it's tied to like criminal activity. So
Gotcha.
It's hard to do without like writing it down on a piece of paper, but that's why you have like, even they'll do like not human trafficking, but they'll put people on planes with cash, because that's another way of doing hawala, is sending cash, on a flight from one country to another. That's why they have like caps and stuff like that on how much cash you can bring on a plane now. So, but that's the same thing of like when we started exposing the packages that were happening and trying to stop those, because that was such a huge way. They had family members, for instance, in the U.S. or different criminal groups that they were dealing with that where they're like, yeah, we'll take this money and take a cut. And then they have some 18-year-old kid who's in drugs, in the drug world or whatever, collecting a package and getting his payday. He doesn't know what it is. And then transferring it over, and nobody knows any better from it. So it's gotten crazier now because of Zelle and because of Bitcoin. So
right.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah, and I had several people tell me too that India raised the taxes on Bitcoin up to like 30%. So they're trying a lot of, or like not just Bitcoin, but crypto in general. So a lot of them are extra trying to figure out ways to get around that with, because that's such a steep taxes. So
for sure.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of that. So Dan Gleeballs had a question. He wanted to know about bank accounts, reporting bank accounts. He reports a lot of bank accounts. Do you find that to be helpful? Because I know, like, even yesterday, I tried to report a Wells Fargo account, and they were like, this isn't your account. Like, they really didn't seem like they cared. And I've run into that a lot with reporting bank accounts. How do you, like, do you see any fruit from it?
I'll just say, well, here's the thing. So it makes it, it's hard when you report stuff and you don't get any feedback, right?
Right.
So, and I don't know. I think Cena, my editor, and I think Brandon are in as well. So hello, guys, if they're watching. I don't know if they are or not. But
hey, Brandon and editor,
so
welcome.
I think like that's the hardest part about reporting. Again, like I said, is getting feedback or lack thereof feedback. So. If anyone ever gets the bank accounts, I've said this before, you can send it to me because I kind of have the voice of, or I guess I have the ear of the right people right now. So they like to look into it, but you got to give me like information on what kind of scam it is, how much, all those kinds of things. And then I send them over. So I have people from all different groups and scam bait circles and all that stuff that send me stuff, and I send it right away. So if you ever want to, you can either email it to me or you can message me on Discord or whatever, and I'll send it to the feds and they'll do whatever they want with it. So
thanks.
But that's kind of the best I have. So
yeah, I find like the Zells are easy to report, but then like I had someone yesterday that has a Wells Fargo account called for me. And they still were like, well, this, this is not your business, basically. So it can be pretty frustrating with the bank accounts. But Take, you're still there, right? I always get nervous when Take is quiet.
Sometimes you just got to shut up and listen. Less is more. Okay. And that's what she didn't say. So when we talk about, you said the hardest part, you can report and you don't always get feedback. I'm always curious, and I love it when people stick it to the scammers in ways where they're exposed and they're embarrassed, and and you call them, and it's funny when you call them. Of course, that's when the mom insults come. Nobody ever wants to admit, you got me, I messed up. I mean, time and time again, as soon as you call them by their real name, they're going to curse at you, and I love that. But that they're scared, and they're moving 200 miles to Hyper City or whatever it is. But do you ever get any further closure and to know if things really got shut down permanently?
Yeah. So here's the thing, and we've actually been, because we have a video coming out, whatever, this weekend that we're working on. And we were sitting in one of the editor's rooms talking about it literally for like 8 hours, like talking about this video. That's all we did yesterday was talk about this video.
I get it.
And the word, so I think, whatever, words matter or whatever. I don't know, whatever people want to say about that. Like, so like shut down a call center. Like, what does that even really mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because I think it's very powerful to be able to scare them into like fleeing, or like shutting down is such a hard, like the call centers that got shut down recently, they're shut down, but also like the bosses, are they in trouble? Right. So there's all these different kinds of things. So when I count it as a win where, they shut down their operation, because that means that what they had set up is shut down, quote unquote, shut down for however long. Like I get, like when I have informants and stuff like that, they're like, man, they're scared as crap. They're
quote unquote shut down for 20 days or whatever. They told me, the guy texted me, he's like, they're done for 20 days. And that's 20 days of these guys not being in their location that they have been for who knows how long, right? Until we found them. 20 days of calling people, stealing from people, whatever. Maybe they go somewhere else. I don't know. But that's how these scams work, is they go from one place to the next. But interrupting and impacting what they're doing is a huge win. So I do get validation from my insiders and stuff like that of like, yeah, these guys they're done. Like even the Roshan thing, like it took us like 6 months to pretty much follow him and get all the evidence on him and then expose it, which they tried to shut down that video. Shut down. I'm going to keep saying shut down now. Shut down that video. But he fled the freaking country.
Wow.
Like, so
they are scared a little bit.
For sure.
Of like what's going to happen to them there. Because a lot of them always have the attitude of nobody will do anything. And you're showing them that that's not true. So I love that.
I think that's a false bravado that they have. I've started to realize that because the false bravado is like, you're not going to do anything. You don't really know. You say I'm from Kolkata, but that's kind of like saying, like, hey, you're from Los Angeles. Oh, wow. That's kind of scary. Well, and I'm not from Los Angeles, but it's kind of scary, at first. But then if they're like, well, no, you're not from Los Angeles. You're from this road and you go to this building every day, kind of a thing. Now that's a little bit scarier.
Right.
Then they're like, well, how do they know that? Yeah, it's impactful though, man.
Do you have any desire to ever go visit India? Because I want to go in September, and you can come if you want.
I would love to, but Mrs. Pierogi has told me multiple times that I'm not allowed to. Me and Brandon would be like,
they'd be waiting for you at the airport.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You do kind of stick out a little. Yeah.
So.
You showed your face, brother. You're a wanted man.
For sure. If they said that,
and you're always like, I'm Pierogi, come get me.
Yeah. So I mean, if they said the whole thing about SHOOTING kind of stuff, like in the trilogy video, if they're saying that, then if they knew I was there, then So
yeah.
As much as I would love, I love India. I think the culture is really cool. I would love to go there and check it out, and we would also love to go like confront. Like I would go. Me and Brandon would go to their call centers. Like I don't freaking care. I would go to the call centers.
You can see you just knocking on their door.
So that stuff doesn't. Yeah.
That's what I'm planning on doing because I feel like they don't have the balls to hurt me because I'm a woman American with like blonde, and I feel like if I go up to their door, they won't have the balls to do anything to me. So that's what I'm gonna do. And
you let me know how that works out. I'll be right here, and we can text. You let me know what's going on, how that works out.
You better have someone knowing where you are. So.
Yeah, I have a good network in Kolkata now. I have a real good network. So like I heard that there's another call center that was in that same building from the Trilogy Media one. They got tipped off on Monday that they were going to get raided, and they've been shut down.
For sure.
So I got a pretty good network in Kolkata of people I can take with me, but yeah, I'll be doing that. So you can help me with the location. You can, if you're working on a story, you can give me where you want me to go, and I'll go over and knock on the door for you.
Yeah, we've got a couple more call centers we're going to be going after. I've got a guy in Kolkata who's going to be helping me out with some stuff. So yeah. Oh, someone's got a scammer calling in already.
Yeah, scammer's calling. Sorry.
Put him on.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
Yes, how you doing, ma'am? It's Victor Fernandez.
Oh, hello. From the Publisher Clearinghouse, huh?
Ma'am, what happened yesterday? We've been trying to call you.
Yeah, I went to the bank, and the bank told me that it sounded like a scam. So then I was scared to send you the money.
That's the thing, ma'am. We didn't want the company was willing to do whatever it's supposed to get the delivery done for you yesterday, ma'am. It's not about the money. If you wanted to pay that after, then you could have paid it after. It's not like we were forcing you to get this done. It's just that it would be better off for you. I understand that yesterday they tried to call you 1 million times.
Wow.
And the thing they've been waiting. They've been waiting all day yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that y'all were calling that much, but the bank told me that this was a scam.
Yes. What happened, because once you have established any business to your bank, which is a third party, they will be influential to let you know that it might, because there's a lot of scams going on. We know that. But the company, ma'am, has monitored your call with the BBB, the Homeland Security, and also the Consumer Protection Agency. We have
Hello?
everything verified for you.
Oh, are you on the phone?
Yeah, Ann, this is the publishing
honey.
clearinghouse I was telling you about yesterday.
Oh, they're finally paying us?
Yep, finally.
Oh, God. Okay,
Congratulations,
how much are they? I've been putting so much money into this dang thing for years. How much are they paying?
I won $6.2 million yesterday. But the bank told me it might be a scam, though. So
How much?
I don't know what to do.
No, honey. I've seen those newsletters out. I've been waiting my life for this. And so we're rich now, or what? Am I a part of this? Does it say Vivian, or is it just yours?
No. You know I share everything with you. You're my best friend.
Oh, well, okay. I grabbed the landline. I don't know why you were on the phone. It didn't have a dial tone when I picked it up. Do you want me to hang up, honey?
Oh, no. Maybe you can talk to this guy, because he says
no,
that
honey.
we need to pay
you
the
go do your
taxes.
thing. I'm going to go have a mimosa.
But do you think we should pay the taxes first? Because the bank told me they were worried it was a scam, but he's saying we should go ahead and get those taxes paid.
Because the company cleared 99%
Wait, who are you?
taxes for you.
Who are you?
I'm Victor Fernandez, ID number 50918.
Well, I don't care about your ID. I just want to know who you are.
Yes, I'm an agent representative, ma'am, that is working for the Price Patrol, who is conducting our delivery. That is to be
okay. So you work with Ed McMahon?
Yes, ma'am. And not Mr. Ed McMahon. He's not the one that is in charge right now. It's Dave Sayer.
Oh, okay.
Well, never heard of him.
Well, we're about to have a brunch. Maybe you can call us back, and we're preparing for brunch. I was calling the girls. We're having a hen party at 10. Could you maybe call us back in a little bit?
Yes, I can do that. So let me speak to Miss Mary for just a minute, privately.
Okay.
Okay, was it something I said?
No, everything is okay, ma'am. We're just making
it's not ma'am, it's mistress.
Delivered today.
It's madam or mistress, please.
Okay, mistress. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. I'll hang up.
Thank you.
That was so hard not to laugh.
Oh, wait, why did he hang up?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean to take that over. I was just
I was super glad you did. That was awesome.
Wow, I mean, that was epic. That was just like I could sit back and watch, and Vivian makes an appearance, and oh my god, we couldn't have planned
amazing.
that.
Well, I was gonna try to be like your grandma or your mother or something, and like I don't know.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
I told him he thinks I'm old already, even though I just used this voice. He thought I was old.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I was happy at 100 viewers with Pierogi, and then all of a sudden, Mistress Vivian Rogers shows up.
Yeah, I love it when you say mistress. It's so funny.
It is funny because it's like it puts them in this like position, I guess. I don't know. Like it puts them on the defense, I guess. I don't know. So
yeah.
Wait, she's having me call her mistress?
Yeah, I wonder if they really understand what that means, mistress.
I don't know, but he was very timid saying it, so it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. That was awesome. I got to collab with Vivian, y'all. This is a dream come true.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just glad he could hear me. So, or else it would have been a messed up bit there, but it's whatever.
Yeah. This is kind of my first PCH one. I haven't done a whole lot of those just because people were like, be careful, they're extra dangerous. They're more in the US. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of PCH or?
I have not. I've done some. I will give again. I try to give as much credit to everyone that's out there that does their stuff. I've heard of a lot of people doing the PCH. I think Scammer Jammer used to do a bunch of that. I know Modern Paul does a bunch, and he farms like Money Mule addresses. Like he crushes it. So he does a really, really good job with it. I don't know. I like my India scammers that I deal with. Like I like the Kolkata guys I deal with, and I like following them. I'm just kind of in my groove. I feel really good with the folks I go after. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I let everybody else do their thing.
Yeah, that's the way I am. Like I definitely prefer if I don't know if you want to say that scams that come out of India. Just because I've gotten comfortable with them, I continue to improve. But yesterday, I just ended up with him. I just got stuck with him yesterday for 3 hours, so that's how it went. But
so the other thing too is like those guys will talk like forever.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes it good, but also bad because like. How long do you want to talk to those guys for? Like, how quick can you get information out of them too? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But then that's also the other side of like you're wasting their time and you're on the phone with them. I get that part too. So it's just different outcomes. Like, what outcome every scam baiter? What outcome are they trying to get? Like, for me, it used to be like, how long could I be on the phone? Like, it was kind of like a badge of honor. Right. Of like, I had the timer and I would like show people, oh, I'm on for 2.5 hours. I since took the timer off because sometimes I am on the phone for 2.5 hours, and then sometimes I'm not. It just whatever outcome I'm trying to get is what I'm trying to get at. So to each their own, right? Whatever people want to do.
I mean, look at Take his calls. If he gets 2.5 minutes, he's excited, but there can be just as impactful.
For sure, 100%. And I love his thing. I was listening to that. It was like something about all the color in the sky or in your eyes. That's such a good line, by the way.
Yeah, that was
but that does not work. I mean, I know you're married, but if you're ever out or you want to hook up your boys with a slap in the face if they're single and they're at a bar, tell them to use that line and see what happens.
Well, but it's funny though because like Wilson Carter sometimes gets into like creeper mode a little bit, so he like hits on some of the girls. When he gets one on there. So, I like a good pickup line. I'll have like Wilson will definitely throw a good pickup line out there. So
CJ's is her favorite one is when I say, if you were a vegetable, you'd be cucumber.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's funny.
But, and I haven't been getting a lot of female scammers lately, though. I mean, they hear me breathe and they hang up. And I got a bunch of calls yesterday, and I know Bob was shut down, and it was tough to find numbers for a lot of us that only really rely on a few sources. But Amazon was pretty heavy yesterday. I mean, I must have gotten 3 or 4 calls, obviously from spoof numbers, and you can't call them back. But they were hanging right up on me. It's a little bit more difficult now, at least for me, to get them to engage in some nonsense. They just hang up.
Yeah, so that's what they've been taught.
Yep.
Like it's gone are the days of like. That's the thing is all the YouTube stuff that's out there, man. And like I say in the office, like, dang, man, like gone are the days when I could like just be ridiculous with some of these guys, and they would like be singing to me and like proposing and writing wills and all the stuff. And now it's like you say one thing, and then the audience and I love my audience, incredible audience. There's some that are kind of newer to the space, and they're like, they're on to you. Your voice changer needs to change. Why don't you do this? Like the name, like I'm like, guys. It has nothing to do with it, man. Like, it's just they get inundated with so many scam bait calls now, So
right, exactly, which is good in a lot of ways. I mean, it's difficult for content, but as far as scams, I'm sure they're hanging up on real people at times because they're so paranoid. At least I'm hoping.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, if they think everyone is, you know, Jim Browning or whatever, I mean, that's a win. If they're nervous every time they think someone's on a voice changer.
Yep, and I got called you I think it was last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said, funny. Are you Scammer Payback? Hey, Scammer Payback. I was like, hi.
Oh, my God. Like, yeah, I am. What of
Yeah,
it?
that's what
I know what
said.
shirt you're wearing.
Yeah. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's so good.
But I've had numerous conversations though, like, you know, some I post a little bit, some I don't, because it's really, I think the people that watch my stuff really want to just see nonsense and rage, and that's fine. But I do get serious with a lot of them, and a lot of them have told me that, you know, they got fired from multiple places because they just weren't good at scamming. So they figured out new ways to scam victims, whether it be they're going to be outbound calls, they're not going to take inbound calls. But do you find that holds true? Like the people, like the turnover in the call centers are just ridiculous. Like they're always getting fresh meat.
Man,
do you find that
questions,
to be true?
By the way, where'd you come up with all these, man?
Yeah,
These
he
are good.
comes up with good questions.
That's what I do.
That's his job of the show.
So, I think really, I don't
you,
even know if it's like turnover necessarily, because a lot of times they get these guys in for what they call contracts, right? So they get them in for a certain amount of time. But I think at the end of the day, you made an interesting point about like inbound versus outbound calls. A lot of them are moving away from outbound calls. I'm not saying all of them. You're still going to get your whatever car warranty, and you're going to get the SSA one sometimes. I mean, I was just watching the a call center that does Microsoft pop-up, but they also do the CRA Canada one. So there's still going to be that goes on the outbound calls. But the scammers are getting, obviously we've seen an influx in emails going out. So they're doing really, really good with their emails now, and they look like legit. Like I have LifeLock, well, I don't really anymore. Hashtag not sponsored. But like I had LifeLock, but like this is the funny thing. I'm gonna go on such a tangent. I'm sorry, man, but
go for it.
I had LifeLock, and my credit card like expired. I got a new card, you know, with new numbers and like date of expiration, and I got an email from LifeLock saying like, "Hey, your credit card's expired. You need to like go update it and stuff." So I'm so paranoid that I feel like I'm gonna fall scam to like the Norton refund scam or whatever, even though I'm like a customer. I don't know if that makes sense or not, because their emails are so good now that they can sniff things, and I'm like, I just get so paranoid that I'm like, I'm not even gonna renew this because like I'm afraid of renewing my own freaking thing that I do because my credit card's expired. So anyway, but they do really good emails, and the last point I'll make is like it's all about quality data for them. So where they're getting data from. So like I said earlier, the live leads that they're getting, like they pay extra money for that. So they pay extra money for someone to go through all the scam bait calls. That's why they're hanging up a lot more, because they're trying to get to a better customer because they get paid from that immediately. So it's all about data.
And I say turnover just because I came from a sales environment, and I always when I speak with these idiots, I'm always thinking that listen, this person, if they weren't such a freaking idiot and a loser in life, and they don't care about hurting people, they would make a good salesperson. I mean, you know, they're trying to sell me on why they're not a scammer. And at that point, if you need to really put all that work into selling you somebody why you're not a scammer, shame on you if you get scammed, I guess. I mean, I would just hang up at that point. But people do fall for it, and I don't want to ever, you know, call a victim not smart for falling for a scam. But I guess what I would ask. Yeah. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I'm long-winded too. My questions can take an hour, but when they get out, they finally make sense. I promise. You mentioned contract. Do you think that it's something like almost like forced, like labor? It's almost like slavery. I feel like it's like a special victims law and order unit. Like they have to go there and they're paid on contract, but they have to produce a certain amount, and they don't really make that much money until their contract is paid, if it ever is. I'm just wondering how many of the people are kind of like under contract that don't want to be under contract.
Yeah, I mean, I think
they a lot of them get brought in thinking they're doing a legitimate sales job, and they don't know it's a scam. A lot of the really big call centers, they don't. And then you start to get in the ones that are like 20 to 40 people, and you're like, okay, those people all know what they're doing. But then you get into some of these other ones where like you can get them to say, what's your name, Mike? What's your last name, Hawk? You know, like those kinds of people, like those kinds of ones that you can, or the ones, like I like the newbies because you get on their computer so easily. Like it's very easy to get on their computer. A little coercion gets on there pretty quickly. But maybe they have debt to some of these guys. Maybe they get like a loan, or maybe they go in and they're like, oh my gosh, this is a job I'm going to be able to pay my family. Like, you know, because a lot of them live with their families too, so they want to be able to provide for their parents. So they're like, I need this job. I'm going to like work this thing out and see how it does. And then after a while, they realize it's a scam, or they're just not good at it, and then they get fired because, you know, people like me get on their computers and whatever. So I think it's a combination of all of it. But in the bigger ones, yeah, like you said, it's these guys. Maybe it is a contract where, hey, you got to be here for 6 months or for a year, or they, again, like I said, they give someone like a loan, and then you have to pay that thing off, man. So you best get some money for them, right?
Yep.
Or else you're in trouble. So very mafia-esque. So,
Yep. I always say they're in the mafia.
For sure.
Yep.
Have you so our friend Danny, who gives us numbers, wanted to ask you a question. He's been sending letters to the Indian embassy and the ambassadors and officials. Do you feel like that approach will yield any fruit?
Unfortunately, no. I think it's great to do stuff like that. I don't know if it's hard, because I've even called like Kolkata police before myself. What's up, Cats Meow? I've even called Kolkata police, and I've even had like people translating for me and talking to them, and they just like don't want to listen to me necessarily because I'm an American.
Right.
So that's what makes it really hard. I think when you look at stuff like what Mark Rober did, because of his reach and all of that, to be able to reach whatever 50 million people or whatever it is, then they have to take some kind of action to show the world, kind of a thing. But you best believe that there's plenty of wink wink nudge nudges. I've been following Kunal Gupta for a year and a half myself, and I was a little bit afraid to say his name out there because he's a multi-millionaire, right? Tied to the Met Technologies, and of course he's going to get away. You know what I mean? You know, same with, you know, the Gomka and, you know, Samrat Bakshi and Dalmia. I've been calling out Dalmia out of Godrej for so long now. And those guys all get away. So the people that get arrested and all that, which I do believe one is Akash. I don't know if you guys ever remember Akash or not, but he's the scammer that I always put his photo. He's actually in that picture from Met Technologies.
Really? Wow.
My point is that, like, because there is some corruption, I'm not going to say the entire government's corrupted, because like there is some corruption. Part of what happens is they pay money per seat for the police and for politicians. So it's like, hey, if we do have to raid you, we're going to let you know ahead of time. Like, so my informant was actually wanting me to get a raid done. I didn't know that this was going to be happening. My informant wanted me to have a raid, and he was telling me actually the doors. He was telling me exactly when Samrat Bakshi was going to be in the office, all these kinds of things. Obviously, I wasn't able to coordinate a raid like that to happen where they could get caught in there. But the person that I was working with knew exactly, even when like Krishnendu Bishnu, Samrat Bakshi, all those guys were even going to be in the office. But now they're gone, right? So those guys will not get in trouble. Hopefully they do.
Right.
I don't know. So it's hard. That's the point I'm trying to make, is like there will be, if you are high enough at those places, there will be wink wink nudge nudge. So it's an amazing job that the freaking doors are closed on like Met Technologies, and I hope they stay closed. But I'd also like to see like Dalmia and Kunal Gupta and those guys get like arrested. That would be huge. Like, so
yeah,
to add to the work that those guys did.
I thought Mark Robar in that video, that amazing, the Trilogy Media and the Glitter Bomb and Jim Browning, he was pretty classy, well, very classy, the way he described it of why they couldn't get the authorities involved, saying there are some bad apples. For the most part, it could be good, but there are some bad apples that make it really bad, or whatever, however he worded it. And I thought that was pretty true. I mean, we all talk about corruption there, and obviously we don't want to ever discredit all the good work that the authorities are trying to do there. But when you make a report, you never know whose hands it's going into, right? I mean, maybe they're being paid by a call center boss and they're getting tipped off. So it's just my whole thing is that this whole thing is tolerated there. It's tolerated there more than it is, say, here. So a lot of people feel bad for these criminals, and they say, well, there's nothing else to do, there's no jobs. I mean, to me, we have a lot of friends over there, and there's jobs. It's really, we're dealing with younger people in most cases. Some people are in their late 30s and 40s, obviously, but there's people there that they really want the fast cars, and you have videos and they're partying with guns and driving Mustangs or Chargers and all that. I mean, it's no different than a drug dealer living in the projects next to me that wants quick money to get a BMW. There's still a job. I mean, he can go work at Burger King, or she can, or make $15 an hour and then become a manager and whatever. They want quick money. Bottom line, these are thugs, and there's jobs. It's not like they're doing this just to pay for the next meal.
Right.
Is my opinion.
Right.
I agree. The one thing I'll say to that, like in Kolkata specifically, I have a video where I talk about they have a very high unemployment rate, especially through pandemic, almost at 50% unemployment rate. So there's a lot of pressure on especially young kids in their 20s that, again, like I said, that live with their families and things like that, to take care of them. Like, there's a lot of honor in that. So they're trying to do whatever. There's no reason why they should be doing scamming. But I mean, these guys will even travel to different cities from Kolkata. They'll travel to different cities and, travel many, many hours to be able to do these scams. So it's like you said, man, it's a quick buck. And, even you look at Hyderabad, we got a video coming out on Hyderabad, which is it's like a tech hub in India. Like, it's a huge tech city with all these huge companies.
Right.
And inside of one of the little buildings on the 5th floor is our scammers. It's like, really? Like, come on, come on, guys. So they can get legit jobs. They just they want the quick, easy money so they can flash nice things, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I think I hope that, I mean, you put his picture on, and I mean, you blasted that guy, and I mean, I think you made numerous mentions of YouTube may take it down, they may not, but we're just gonna put it up. Boom, sucker. I mean, and then you see the guy's face, and I'm hoping that made him think twice.
For sure, man. That's what we want to do. Like, at the end of the day, again, because we're not the police. Like, a lot of people too, they're like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, what does this do? Blah 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 blah. And I guess that's the voice of everyone whenever they're telling. That's how I read it, at least. Whenever someone's like making a comment on some of the stuff, like, well, are they actually in trouble or whatever? Again, I can't. I'm not the police. Jim's not the police. Mark Rober's not the police. Like, so we can only get the information and show the world, like, kind of like journalism kind of a thing. So at least they are like, we even send this information to like their family members and stuff when we find them, like, so that they know, like, hey, your son is a scammer, and we gave him an opportunity to stop scamming, but he's a scammer. And that doesn't go into the video necessarily, but it's like, hey, dude, we gave you a chance. You want to help us help victims, and we won't shame you. Like Akash, for instance, like, we always put him in our videos. I call him like the world's most famous scammer because he's in all of our videos with no blur on it. So
good.
But it's a shameful thing. We want to bring shame to their job. I say that loosely, job. But.
I actually was just saying that on my stream yesterday. Like, I wonder if some of these kids, the openers, would be more affected if we just start calling their mothers and exposing them to their families than the police, you know?
Oh.
They are afraid of the police too, though.
Yeah, especially those openers, because they don't have the money to pay them off like the bosses. But still, I could see the mother grabbing them up, and then they never go back again. You know.
Well, maybe maybe every single call we make, when they pick up the phone, we should say, "Hi, are you an opener?" And if they say no, then say, "Okay, bye, next." And we'll just keep looking for openers all day.
Well, that's also one thing. If you ever get one of the managers on, it really pisses them off when you call them openers, and like they do not like that. They're like, I'm the senior manager, or when you're like, who's the head of department? Let me talk to someone. Who's the director here, or whatever? And they're like, I am. I'm like, you are not. Like, you're an opener. And I don't really say this to them ever, but they also don't like if somebody criticizes like their English. I don't ever use this because it gets in like a bad like vibes in my opinion. But they all like when I've heard scammers talk to other scammers, that's like a diss to them. Like, your English sucks. Like, you're not a good scammer. Your English sucks. Like, go do something else. You know. But
yeah, I start off calls like that.
Yeah. Oh, so there you go. Perfect. So, but they do not like that, and they don't like being called openers. So
there you go. Take.
Before I forget, though, I'm going to go back to that video you had with the flashy cars and the guns and that all that. And also you've deleted a lot of files and you found so much information on these criminals. I'm always under the impression that most people working in the call centers are actually very poor and they're getting a little salary. But when I see videos of people that you're on the phone with and they're driving fancy cars and have motorcycles, I mean, are there people in the call centers that are making, say $3,000-$4,000 American? I know the bosses make a lot more than that, but I mean the people that actually pick up the phones and scam people. Are they getting paid pretty good?
yeah, I mean, like I said, I think in the smaller call centers where you're working, so I had a guy that was like an informant to me. And he had scammed. I mean, I'm trying to remember which video it was. It might have been, it wasn't Akash, it was another one. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the one where the Let's Scare a Scammer video that's like 12 million. I think it has 12 million views. That informant, he was like still informing me while he was scamming. And that was one of the hardest things ever, literally ever, because I had to build a connection with the guy. And I'm like, you're not scamming, are you? He's like, yeah, I have to because I have to keep this job and I'm going to quit and go back to Kolkata. But he's like, I have to keep scamming people, which, again, I'm not going to get into it if it's like something you should or should not do. But I tell people in this space, you have to deal with some darkness, like to get some results too. So you have to like, there's nothing I could have done to have stopped it. I could have yelled at him and then he would be pissed at me and never talk to me again, kind of. I couldn't intervene. Like there's nothing I could do. But he's like, yeah, I scammed this guy out of $40,000. So let's just say that, for instance. He told me, I was like, well, why the crap would you? I was like, first off, why would you tell me? Because that pisses me off. And then secondly, like, why would you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't tell me that you did that. Oh, Arun, maybe? I don't remember what his name was. I don't think he told me his name. But anyway, my point is that, like, he was with a group of guys that were pretty well connected in Kolkata. Now, did he work for, like, a certain building at the time? No, he was in like, this was again during the pandemic and stuff, so they were like working from home in different like small places like apartments and stuff, so they were moving around. But my point is like in these smaller groups of guys, like 10 15 guys, they're really good at what they do. Like the ones that call me out immediately, they're really good at what they do. Like they just know immediately. And those guys can make the whatever 60,000 a day, 45,000 a day, and if you break that against 10 guys, that's $4,500 per person. And if they get 10% of that, let's just say that's $450 US per person that they're making per day.
That's a whole month's salary.
You're down to $500. It's a good amount that they could be making for sure.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression that they're making 400 to 800 a month.
Well, yeah, so some of them might make that for a salary, dude. But like the ones, like, I mean, even because the way the scams are shifting,
I have a scammer boss that we're doing an investigation on. He told me he could make me $100,000 a week. He guaranteed me $100,000 a week based off of the certain scams that they run. So there is big money out there. Like I said, these guys want flashy things to show. Like, you know, Roshan, he's got his Louis Vuitton this, you know,
Yeah,
Louis
that's the
Vuitton
guy.
that.
Yep.
The cars, the nice apartment with they have people that work for them and clean their house and stuff like that. So, I mean, some of them do make pretty substantial money, or else they wouldn't have that stuff.
Right.
Right.
Well, it sounds like they make a lot more money than I make, so.
You don't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
True.
For sure.
Well,
True.
on purpose.
Yeah, not on purpose.
But-
So, what's the biggest way you turn those around then to get them on your side? So do you bond with them after they call you out?
100%.
So how do you turn that around? How do you get them on your side like that after they feel like you've pranked them?
I think that's the impactful thing of like having the channel kind of where it's at now. I think before it was like, oh, are you Kitboga? You know, like, are you pranking me? Are you doing like is this going to be a YouTube video? And then we started you said something earlier about like going from like kind of doing prank calls into more like serious stuff, like away from like kind of just joking with them and like seeing if they'll get angry with me to like I'm trying to expose as many people as I can. So like once they realized it was me, then they kind of like wanted to talk to me a little bit. Maybe they're a fan of the channel or whatever, but then like I always made it a point to try to have a human to human connection, even though I despise what they do. Like, it's like if I could get something out of them, then that's a win. You know, I can get past like the frustration and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is my job. And my job is not to, even though I'll cry all the time on my streams because I'm a freaking baby, but like, you know, like
we've all been there.
You know what I'm saying though? Like my job is to get the information. So I have to, if they call me out, okay, you want to talk to me? Do you want to have a conversation, or do you want to cuss me out? Which one do you want to do? Because a lot of times the ones that cuss me out actually give me information.
Right.
Yep.
They want to see if I'm going to engage. I'm like, I ain't going to engage with that dude. So okay, I'm Pierogi. I'm Scammer Payback. Look, am I live streaming? Yes. You want to go check it out? Okay, go check it out. Everyone will tell you to stop scamming, and then can we have a conversation? Like, let's get all the stuff out of the way, and then let's talk for a second. I don't do the, hey, you guys should stop what you're doing. Do you want to change? Like, that's not what I'm here for, but I'm here to have a conversation, and I give them my WhatsApp number because a lot of them use WhatsApp. And then they just talk. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. And then what happens is I hear a couple days later from them. They're like, hey, dude, I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm leaving in 6 months. I'm like, well, how can you help me then? And then it goes from there. So if you're a scammer out there, you're listeing, you can always hit me up. You know, I'm open to having conversations. I'm
media.
And they are people, like I've said this before. I know it's not a popular opinion, but we're still just talking to people. They're not like some like like I don't know, like some mystical creature. You know what I mean? They're just regular people. They're doing something they shouldn't do for a variety of reasons, but they're just people. Like, you know, it's not anything to they have their own culture, their own reasons. It doesn't make them I know this isn't popular, y'all, but it doesn't make them worthless or less than a person because they do this. They shouldn't, like, it's terrible. We have to stop it. We have to do what we can. But they're still just people. And if we can bond with them, like, it seems like the best way to get somewhere, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, you're going to cuss me out and tell me that you're going to have relations with my mother respectfully. Like, literally, that's what they say to me. Like, I'm going to have relations with your mother. And then they put it respect, like, tenderly, you know? I'm like, okay. So, like, what do you say to that? Like, like, am I going to go in the mud and sling mud with you? I don't know. Sometimes I will, and I'll, like, but
I think like at the end of the day, like you said, CJ, like they are people and stuff too. But
Yeah.
I don't want to dehumanize someone. When we dehumanize people,
Right.
really bad stuff happens. When you dehumanize anything, like, but what they are doing is freaking wrong as crap, though.
Right,
Like,
right, for
that's
sure.
I mean, it takes a superhero, in my opinion, to have that outlook. When I'm on the phone with them, the minute they say hello, thank you for calling Amazon, I know that they may have been responsible for somebody killing themselves or not being able to pay for a cancer treatment. You know, I told them I was shot. Goddamn, I mean, I was shot. I have a bullet hole in my leg, and they say, "Oh, that's okay. What are the numbers?" You know, I just have a tough time sometimes, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I really just think that we're dealing with the lowest of the low. Yeah, and they are humans, but they are doing terrible things to very innocent people.
I agree with that, dude. And that, you get me fired up the way you're painting the picture. I'm ready to run through a wall now.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I mean, you're fired up all the time, so you bring the energy here.
No, dude, like the way that you talk about it, I mean, that's you're spot on, man. You're not wrong at all in that, like the feeling behind that, because I think a lot of people are like, they're fed up with it, like, because we're already fed up with so much stuff in life anyway.
Right.
Like, there's so much crap going on, and everyone's mad at each other. You know, like everyone's yelling at each other, all this political discourse, whatever. Like, and this is something everyone can kind of rally behind. And it's sad that, like, I just want everyone to rally behind, like, there's so many scams that are out there too. So, like, how do we rally and just be a positive force against all the crap? Because honestly, like, while the scammers that I deal with, specifically in India, they are pretty ruthless, very ruthless and stuff. Like hey, I have a bullet, a gun wound in my leg. Oh man, can you kindly scratch the card? You know, I'm like, what?
Exactly.
Like, dude, what about these ones that like prey on people's like emotions like that, dude? The ones that get grandma, they believe that they're falling in love with them, and they take everything.
It happens to me a lot.
I don't even touch those. Like, I know Pleasant Green does a lot with those kinds of folks. That stuff's really sad to me. Those are the ones that really tear me up big time too. So, I don't know. I just it all needs to stop. It's not going to stop though. That's the sickening part. Is scammers will scam forever.
That's true.
In perpetuity.
But
and that's I always say this is like a huge war, and I mean, and we all have like a little part to play, whether it's grabbing files and exposing them or wasting their time, getting into their mind 50, 60 times a day where they can't be on their game when they are talking to somebody who would fall for it. Whatever it is, we have to keep doing this. And sometimes people can say, oh, well, it's not really doing any good, but it is doing good. It's just not trackable. But if they're on the phone with us, they're not on the phone with a victim. If you're shutting a place down or making them nervous to go back to work for even a week because their faces were exposed, or they have to pack up a whole call center and move 200 miles north, that's what we can do. That's hurting their pocket. And we only can do what's right in front of us at the moment, is my opinion. I mean, we just have to keep doing what we're doing. And no matter who you are, whether you have a channel or not, you waste these scumbags' time, you gather information, you report accounts, you keep doing it. And and it's not going to stop, but at least we can save some people from getting hurt, I think.
Yeah, I agree, man. 100%. What you're saying is 100% on. I think the thing that you said that's the best, like the most poignant thing that you said on it, and I used poignant, and I hope I used it correctly because I'm not a wordsmith. So sometimes I say words. Sometimes I say words. I'm like, crap, I don't think that was right. Poignant means a slouching individual.
No, that's a right word.
Yeah, so I think the thing that was really spot on with you, man, what you said was like, everyone has their part. And nobody should ever think that, like, in the whole scambait world, no one should ever think like, oh, well, they just do this or they just do that. Like, everyone has, like, even if it's just pissing them off and stuff, like, in hitting those guys, whatever it is that you want to do, like, that's huge. It really is. But Sunset says sitting back and doing nothing, we can't do that. And that's the truth. We can't sit back and not do anything about it. So we got to do something, and we're gonna
Yeah.
have varying degrees of who does what and who does this and who does that. But it's an all-out war and an all-out effort, and I'm happy
Yeah.
to do whatever I can to try to lead people in a direction. Like, I don't like whatever, man. Like, if my thing gets bigger, hopefully my thing gets to 50 million people, so that more people see this stuff, and then
Yeah.
more people see y'all's stuff, and more people see everyone's live stream. That's what the goal is.
Right.
And
Right.
my one thing to everyone who's a scam baiter, I'll say this and then shut up. You guys can ask whatever else, but freaking get your own thing that you're really good at, that you really like to do, that you're really good at, and hone that craft and be really good at that. And then also don't tell everyone about everything that you do. Like, as far as
Right.
like it's like being a magician and telling you how your trick is done.
Right.
So like when you do that, like, don't show everyone. I used to do that for some reason. Like, and I'm like, why am I showing people all this stuff? Because now the scammers will see it and they'll know. So
Right,
that's just
that's
my
true.
advice. Anyway.
True. Very true.
Yeah, you're real careful on a lot of your videos. I mean, you do reveal a lot of information, which is entertaining plus both effective, in my opinion. But you also know exactly what not to share because you know that they're watching, right?
Yeah, and it's sad because a lot of people will say like, "Oh, the content's fake" or whatever now, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude, just because it's like produced, like it's not fake. Like I promise you that. Like you." And then I'll have Draco, Maya, who's in the chat. She'll be like, "I was at this live stream. You know, I'm the first to comment, and I was at this live stream." Like, so, you know, the majority of these things happen in the live streams. You know, so it's like.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to tell everyone all of our secrets of how we do stuff and how we, you know, but
That's true.
that's just one thing I would say.
That's a
Anyway.
real good tip. And it's really funny that you say that though, because if you did the opposite like me, okay, so I'm still learning how to edit. When I started, I had never edited a video. I'm improving, but I still have a long way to go. So for me, I get criticized because my videos aren't like high production. So it's like no matter what you do, people are gonna have something to say. So
that's YouTube for you. That's like it's interesting too because like everyone in the scam baiting, I would say like you're doing like technical stuff, you're dealing with like technology and scammers and stuff. You're not doing like a vlog and you're not doing like a video game. Like you're dealing with criminals and stuff. And it's like it's interesting because we're not YouTubers. No matter what people say. I guess I'm a YouTuber now because that's what my job is, but like that's not what our first thing was. You know what I mean? Like, so we're going into the space, and now the way that YouTube is there's so much production and all that stuff that goes into it. So people are like, "Oh, you didn't do that," you know, like so. There's all these little pieces to it that make it really interesting. That I won't go into a YouTube course, but
yeah. And I was just telling my mom the other day about how there's a lot of people out there that are real entertaining, like Kip Boga, Renoa, like they tell elaborate stories and they're funny and they're entertaining. And I was like telling my mom, I'm like, I can't do that. Like I try to do that, I can't do it. And the same day I told her, someone reached out to me and said like, I love how your streams are like simple and you just do the baits because I don't want to hear all the elaborate stories. So it's just like, you know what I mean? There's something for everybody. We just have to be ourselves, I think. And yeah, I might not ever have millions of subs, but that's not the point. I got some supporters and I'm doing some difference, and that's what matters, you know? So I think that's true for everyone.
Don't ever downplay yourself, and don't ever say you can't get here or there. Like, because there's already going to be enough people saying that you can't do something.
That's true.
They're there every day.
You got to have that internal, y'all got to have that internal like voice of, hey, I can do this. Hey, Pierogi is I'm looking at myself in this dang picture, and I'm like, because I'm in the chat right now, and I'm staring at myself, like that little serious photo that I have. I'm like, gosh, dang it. Okay, I gotta like
it
change
looks
my
good
window.
on the thumbnail, don't you think? Like that?
Oh my gosh, that's a great thumbnail.
That's like the ID business Pierogi.
I mean, I would click on that
like
link.
don't mess with me.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm saying like. Whatever. If you need motivation, here's your motivation.
Tinder advertisement.
Yeah, here's your motivation. Like, be motivated. Know if you do the scam bait stuff, like, know you're making a difference, and know that like you'll get love eventually. Ignore what people hate
hateful people, whatever people say about, I saw someone say, I won't say on the channel, someone talking about someone like their physical appearance, making comments on their video.
Yeah,
That's
I haven't seen
terrible.
that person post a video ever since.
Yeah, that's
And
terrible.
it's kind of sad to me.
Yeah.
And it hurts my feelings because I'm sorry, let me take that back. It triggers where I've had my feelings hurt before when someone says something about you, person, like your physical appearance or whatever.
Right.
It makes me sad that people would give up that easily on
that too.
on something
That's,
that's
yeah.
So don't ever give up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand that though, because it's really hard to put yourself out there, and then like, I'm not saying that's not why I don't stream my face, but part of it is, I don't feel like hearing it. Like, yeah, sure, some people might think I am, okay looking, other people won't. I just don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you got to get thick skin on that stuff,
yeah,
It's
for
crazy.
sure.
The only reason,
hurt
honestly,
people
I
are
did
gonna
is
hurt.
because... Oh, go ahead, dude. Sorry.
Go ahead, please. I'm honored that you said that.
Sure, bro.
Hurt people are going to hurt. I mean, and there's a ton of people in the world, obviously on YouTube, that are hurt, and like that's their outlet. And it's shitty that they're going to tear into somebody on their personal appearance or their content. Even, I mean, I'm dealing with that all the time. I mean, people are like, "That's so stupid. Why would anybody believe that there's 1,000 perverted chickens and you're trying to get a gift card?" And I'm like, "You idiot." That's what I'm doing. I'm exposing how stupid it is. And why would the scammer stay on the phone with me when I'm telling him there's a tank driving around Walmart or something? I mean, people, I guess, they want you to be what they want you to be. And it's so sad that if somebody wouldn't stream because they took to heart on one of these these people that are obviously hurt in their life. They're not mad at you. They're mad at their father. That's what I would say.
For sure. And we need to there's already negative. That's the thing I was saying earlier. I won't beat the dead horse here. There's already negative energy out there all the time of people. Everyone's judging everyone by the way they look, the way they talk, the way they tweet, the way they whatever it is. And we got to be like good to each other, because this is supposed to be a space of like where we're like going after the bad guys.
Right.
And not like commenting on, like, I love what you're doing, but your hair, you're a part of Antifa.
Right.
Like, I'm like, what? What? Where did I say that? Like, my hair is blue because, or I have purple in my hair now because my son wanted purple. Like, I'm like, hey, what color should I do? He's like, purple. I'm like, okay, so I'll put purple in there. Like, whatever. Like,
yeah.
And then like now I'm like, people are like, why do you do that with your hair? I'm like, well, because it makes you upset. That's why I do it. Like, you, specifically you. I knew you were gonna comment one day and say, but that's the thing is like, people are always gonna judge. I've had terrible things when I worked in like enterprise security world. I had really terrible things said to me, and I'm like, why would you ever say like HR stuff? Like I'm like, why would you ever say that to me, man? Like that was really hurtful. So like now YouTube, it's nothing, man. So, I'm like,
I mean, it's a virtual world. It's virtual nonsense. And I mean, when CJ and I go through drama with other people that are in this community, and it's like, you know what? We can shut the laptop down anytime we want. We don't have to be here. We choose to be here, and we want to help, obviously, and we want to entertain and just keep doing what we do. But I mean, it can go away tomorrow. So these people are hiding behind a computer. It's just a virtual world. So, and they're trolls. I mean, and they're no better than scammers when they're, trying to bring us down for because they don't like what we're doing. To me, they're on the other side. They don't get it. Sure. They don't understand. We're wasting scammers' time.
I get it, man. Yeah, 100%. That's why having a good community, like, we've fostered a pretty cool, giving community. Everyone's like really cool with each other. You do get bad apples in the communities, and then they get weeded out pretty quickly. That want to cause and stir up stuff, but then they peace out because they're bad apples. But everyone's really, really good to each other, and I'm hoping the wider Scambait community continues to grow, and we go after these bad dudes and bad girls and do whatever we can to get them in trouble. I don't know. Like, we're not the cops, but we'll try our best.
For sure.
Yep. Well, and I think our goal here, well, you're at, I think, 200, what are you at, 2 million You're almost at 2.5, right?
Let me see. I don't know.
Let's get him up to 3, y'all.
Yeah, I was hoping by the end of our stream we'd get you to 3 million and we could say we did that.
All right, I'm down with it. Yeah, we're almost at 2.5. The goal was to try to get
50 million.
goal. I was trying to get to 5 million by the end of the year, but we'll see.
How long did it take you to get to 1,000?
That's a good man. You got some good. See, like I like these. Like that's some sick freaking questions, man. I would talk for hours. I like because these are like nostalgia for me, man. And it says like a true narcissist who likes to talk about himself. Anyway.
Well, come on. I mean, as humble as you are, you got to glow a little bit. I mean, you are.
So, all right. This is like my own personal experience. I remember posting videos and they would get like no views and like streams, and there'd be no one in the streams. You know what I mean? And I remember actually going on a trip with my wife. We were going on like our like yearly vacation. I was telling everyone we go to Turks and Caicos, but we haven't been in like a few years now. But we would go to Turks and Caicos every year. And I remember sitting at this little tiki hut that I would go to and telling people I was a YouTuber. And I was so proud. I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Like I go against like scammers and stuff on the internet. And they're like, how many subs do you have? And I was like, I have 35 subs. And
nice.
So I was really proud even back then about like what I was doing and like all that. But I remember going from 35, and then on my birthday, we went to like 125 subs in like one night. And then I had one video where I deleted 120,000 files from a scammer's computer. And I don't know, I guess the thumbnail was good because I was like tan because I just got back from vacation. And like, but honestly, like that's, I don't know, maybe my face looked fresh or something. I have no idea, but that one like took off, and then I went from like, honestly, it went from like 100 to like 10,000 really quickly.
Wow.
So because that's what happens on YouTube, or the views bring the subs. It's not the other way around. So if you have videos that have a lot of views, then you have more subs.
Right.
So that it kind of like exploded from there.
And that was early on though, because I think I looked through all your videos not too long ago, and you didn't have a video towards. I mean, you had at least 15, 20 videos out there in the first year before you deleted the files, right? That came at the end of the first year.
Yeah, I was like, well, why don't I start trying to do that? Because I always watch Scammer Revolts, and I think he's actually making a comeback. So I'd love to see him get back in the fray. That'd be cool, like from a nostalgia
I love that guy. Tell him I said what's up.
Yeah,
you know,
have him come on.
Even though I know he doesn't like me very much, but
I don't like him then. Sorry.
No, man, I don't hold any grudges.
I've always
with
liked
that
this
stuff.
stuff. I don't know.
Like,
So,
I honestly hope he makes a comeback. Like I know he posted a video, he's gonna come back. I really hope he does, and he did a great job. I think that like I was really inspired by seeing when he was doing the file deletion stuff, and so then I was like, well, why don't I try it? You know, like what's it gonna hurt to try? So then I was like, okay, how would I logically do it? Because Scammer Revolts didn't really show how he did it, but he would show like the end result. So I was like, okay, so I'll just try it. And then I did it off the stream. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can kind of do this. Because not many people are even watching me anyway. So I was like, because I used to just practice in Discord all the time. We would do scam calls and stuff. And so anyway, I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then like it happened on the stream, and I was like so pumped. And then I made the video out of it. And yeah, it was the one where, it was like the guy, like 120,000. That's a big number too. So it like was kind of cool for people. So that's how it started. But my goal at first was not to just delete files. It was more like I said, the pranking stuff. And then the pranking went to deleting files, and then deleting files went to like downloading files. And then I have another story I could tell you guys if you want me to. Or
please go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I feel like I definitely do talk too much, but it is what it is.
No, we like it.
I already warned you guys last time.
Man. Yeah. It's early, and they're here for you.
Yeah, we like hearing it.
No, they're here because you guys do a really good job. You guys, I listen to you guys all the time, and it's great to talk. You know, have all these people on, and you do a really good job.
Thank you.
But This is my progression. I went to this one point where I was like, well, why don't I actually send a package? Because they were having me do these packages, but then my scam would stop. You know what I mean? The scam bait would stop. So I'm like, well, why don't I actually send a package and see what happens?
Right.
But why don't I put like a contraption in there that would record these guys? So it's very similar to like the glitter bomb, but why don't I do my own kind of version? So I actually sent to a scammer in California, or a hawala guy. So I went to Best Buy. This is probably implicating me on some type of crime, I'm sure, but
we won't.
I went to Best Buy and I bought one of those like Ring doorbell kind of. It's like a camera, but it has like a huge battery on it, so it has like really good battery life. So I bought a huge, like, one of these cameras that's like an IP connected camera. And then I bought a Verizon hotspot, and then I bought a huge battery, like backup battery.
Wow.
Like,
sounds expensive.
Yeah. So yeah, it costs like $600 every time.
Wow.
So I did that. So essentially the idea was like, I could create this contraption that I could send to these hawala guys, and then they would open it and it would film them. And I could connect to the cloud and like record all of it. And I could like show the world. That's what I was going to do. So the first time I sent it, I was like tracking this package as it was like going everywhere. It was so cool because essentially my Wi-Fi hotspot was its own home network inside of this box, and then my camera was connected to that home network, and it was all connected to the cloud through this app. So then that was all connected to a battery, so that once the battery died on both of the contraptions, they connected to the battery backup to like get a little bit more juice, you know?
Wow.
So, yeah, so I went through literally all this. I had to get like phone numbers for the hotspot, all this stuff. And I sent that the first time. The first time the battery didn't, like, it died because the battery wasn't good enough. So then I did it again to the same scammer. And I remember it was like going beautifully, and it made its way to California. And I'm not throwing any hate or any shade or any hate here. So please, everyone know, just it's the story now. So there was someone that was streaming that was talking to my scammer, right? And they were giving that scam baiter they were giving that scam baiter the hawala address that was mine. And somebody messaged me on Discord. They're like, this person is talking to your scammer right now. Like, you should tell him to not send the address to like the authorities or whatever. So I was like begging and pleading. I'm like, please, like, you know, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, long story short, the package actually got confiscated by the police because the address was given to the police. So I could have filmed them, but all of a sudden the package like blinks and all the stuff, and I go into the thing. I'm like, "Look at you scammers!" But it was like the police. So I was like, "Well, there's $1,200 out." Yeah. So I was out $1,200, and that was my version of like the Mark Rober glitter bomb. I don't know if I was inspired by that, but I did that, and that's when we started doing like the trilogy stuff. That was like, well, why don't I just start sending someone to go confront these guys? And that's when I reached out to Trilogy, and then we did that.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Well, reach out to me. I'll go confront them.
Hey, I'm not sending you out there to put yourself in harm's way. I'm going to send Art and Action to do that.
People,
Right.
I really think people would go easy on me just because I'm a woman. That's why I'm going to go to Kolkata, and I'm not scared.
Yeah, good luck. Like I say, good luck. We'll see how that works out. But,
Thank you, Take.
But I got your
Take's
back,
very
TJ.
concerned.
I got your back.
Yeah,
Way
from
back,
America.
but I got your back.
Well, be safe.
I'll be on my couch wearing a beret, sipping tea. Let's see Jake over there.
A little chai.
That's right. You snuggled with
God.
each and everything.
Oh my God.
So I have
And
a question for you guys
my
then.
pack, not my
Since you guys,
Twiggenberry.
I've been talking about myself for a while now. So what are y'all's favorite scam baits that you guys have done?
I mean, well, that's nice of you to talk to us about that. I mean, I really like the ones where they stay on the phone with me for more than a minute, and I'm like, oh my God, why are they engaging me? And it's because I mentioned gift cards, and I think I have 3 or 4 calls where, you know, I'm getting gift cards, and you know, there's perverted chickens chasing me around, you know, Walmart or, you know, Best Buy. They're choking my seeing eye duck. And I mean, the ones where I can expose how stupid they are and how greedy they are, those are my favorite.
Yeah, those
funny,
are
man.
good ones
Yeah, I
for
like
you.
some of the like that's I think you make a good point with that where like you'll say some really absurd stuff to them to make the point that what they're doing is absurd, which I think is hilarious.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's and when I'm saying you sent me to get a gift card, and there's all of a sudden, 1,000 perverted chickens, and they're trying to nip at my Doodle Dasher. What am I going to do with this gift card? And they say, okay, no problem. Please scratch the numbers. I'm like,
right.
Okay, I'm going to keep raging nonsense. I got Mike Tyson. He wants to fight me over a bag of Cadbury eggs. But I mean, those are my favorite ones where I can make them entertaining and also expose their stupidity. I mean, I do curse a lot, and I do, as soon as they pick up the phone, I might, if I'm in a bad mood, just start yelling at them, waste their time. But anybody could pretty much do that. I really try to get a little creative with the nonsense, and those are my favorite when they engage me for at least longer than, a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those are really good when you get those ones like that. But it's kind of luck for you because it depends on, how the scammer, if he gives you a chance,
I mean, those 150 videos that I have on there now, I mean, I actually took off about 70 because they were not the best, I thought. But I mean, it can take 4 or 5 hours of calling criminals non-stop. Them yelling at me and calling my mother names and my sister. I could be on the phone with them for 4 hours straight just to get 10 minutes of content that I think people would like on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's tough. It can get tough.
It is tough. That's the hard part, man, is like it's an interesting thing to try to get stuff that people like on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that too.
Yeah.
There's really nothing wrong with that. For all the work that someone's doing to try to stop the scams and go after them, to try to make good content too, it's okay. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you're not allowed to make good content that people want to see.
Right.
Yeah,
thank you. That's why people are here. Keep doing your thing.
Right.
And people
listen,
know.
you wouldn't have 1,000 subs if people didn't like you. It's not like I have that many friends. So people do like some of the stuff. I get it. I mean, as far as me, people that I would watch, I would watch CJ before I would watch myself. I would watch you. I would watch Deo. I would watch stuff that's entertaining, but also is a little bit more results oriented than what I do. I'm more from I guess the jerky boys I've been compared to, where I'm just going to rage and you try to get people a little entertainment for a couple minutes. And if I could, waste their time so they can't scam a victim, even better. I'm not messing with the innocent small business person in my neighborhood who owns a store, but I will. The minute I can't get through to a scammer, I'm calling the Chinese restaurant down the street, and I'm going to say my band's supposed to play here. But I try to stay away from the innocent, obviously, and just waste scammers' time. But I really enjoy the results-oriented scammers. There's another person who comes in our chat, Nanobaiter, who it's just nice to see that he can put on a webcam or how to delete, where they're ratting people's machines and watching them for the long term. I love the results-oriented scambaiters.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, how to delete
But
is
anyway,
one of my
I
favorite.
talk too much. Go ahead, DJ.
I was just gonna say, y'all know, of course he's my friend, so I'll say that. But how to delete, I think, is one of the best scambaiters because he's lives in India, grew up in India, he's there in India, so every time he's getting that information, he can go straight and file a case. You know what I mean? Because he's right there.
Right.
So it's
right.
It's really awesome watching his channel. If anyone isn't subbed to him, make sure you go sub to him too, because he's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've seen his stuff before. I think that's popped up. I didn't know he's from India. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's from he's never scammed or anything. A lot of people think he's some people tend to think he was a scammer before, but he's never scammed. He just learned about scamming through YouTube, like the scams, and now he's a scam baiter. So it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So he wants to go undercover for me?
Yeah, he probably will. If not, I got a whole team of people in Kolkata that will. You can hit me up later. I got several that's
I need more
offered.
people on the street. I got a couple people on the street, but I need more. So.
Yep. Well, I certainly don't want to take any more of your time. I know we took up 2 hours of your day and you have work to do, but like I've learned so much from talking to you today. Every time you come on, I learned something. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Like I go back and I try to apply the things that I've learned from you to my own work. So I really, really like, it means so much. Like that means more to me than, you brought a crowd and I really appreciate that a lot. But what it means more to me is like, I've learned stuff that I can apply and use and become a better scam baiter and make a better, bigger difference. And it means so much to me.
Well, again, you guys are wonderful. And I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy to talk for more hours. I just have to go get my son in an hour. But, I don't want to take up the entire time myself. And I could talk for a long time. That's what I do. That's what my job is. So,
well, you and Tank are perfect BFFs. Except I don't know if either of you could get a word in. I'm just kidding. If y'all hung out.
I know, right?
Just kidding.
Nobody can talk except for me.
Said it best. Deo, who's like the man of accents and quotes and children. I never knew that you can survive and be that happy with 20 kids.
I know.
But I mean, you don't really have time to watch a lot of scam baiters if you're scam baiting. I mean, and we we don't want to go and hold you up because we know what you do and how valuable you are to this war. And I'm sure you're going into the office now and you're gonna, go pick up your kid and then come back and talk with Brandon and you're going to strategize. And I mean, I would love to be a fly on that scammer payback office, but we know what you're doing is important. And for you to come here and take the time to not only bring the crowd, but to, to educate us. I mean, I'm just to tears, man, to talk to you and to have you come on and say that we do an okay job. I mean, my day is set. You made my year.
No, you guys do a great job. Everyone support them as much as possible.
Thank you.
Come watch the streams. Come watch their videos. Comment on their videos. Be nice. Be good to them.
Listen to the man.
If you're in SP community, you better be good to these folks too. And they will be. No,
I'll give you a list of people that you need to talk with.
And there's
the
also
last thing I will say is we're gonna have like a, I don't know the best way to say this, but a camera in my office. It's not going to be, but it's going to be in my office pretty much while I work. So people get to kind of see some of the stuff that I do. And it's not necessarily like I'm going to be talking to everyone all the time, but it's going to be like you just get to see us working in the office. So it's going to be for our members.
Sounds next level.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like FX or Fox or one of these channels are going to pick you up.
Yeah. So it's if you I hate to say it like this, if you want to see more of me, which I feel like there's a lot of me out there, but if you want to see more, like there's going to be an opportunity for that soon. So,
and also, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that Take made me think of that when he said he'd love to be a fly on the wall. So you might be able to be a fly on the wall.
There you go, Take.
Yeah, I'd be watching you nonstop, just like I watched the Johnny Depp trial. I'd be watching Pierogi nonstop every day. My guilty pleasure.
The only thing you'll see is me sneaking fireball shots during the day. Probably.
Can't blame you.
It's all right. I feel so guilty. I'm hooked on this stupid trial thing. I have to see the lawyers tear this girl apart for lying or for whatever. It's not my place to say she's lying or not, but it's just entertaining to me. But then again, I'm like thinking sometimes, I'm like, what the hell am I doing watching this? There's a freaking war going on right now.
Yeah, man.
And there's someone getting scammed for, a lot of money right now. I should be on the phone with these people. I shouldn't be watching this, but I am. I am.
It's captivating for sure. Yeah.
And,
especially when you hear about the lady taking a tea on the
right
on the bed.
Right.
Tea,
oh, that part. Yeah. She left a nice grumpy for him.
So.
And also as a woman, I just wanted to give props to your wife because I think it could be really hard for spouses, like when they have someone in the limelight like that and you have admirers and you're busy. It can be hard for the spouse. So I just tell her, give her love from me. I know that she plays a big part in all this and doesn't, people might not recognize just being there and having to put up with a lot of the stuff that I'm sure she has to put up with, and you being busy and devoted. It can be hard on the spouse. So I give love to Mrs. P from CJ.
Yeah, she's awesome. No, she was definitely like, when I told her I was going to do this, she's like, yeah, do it. And like, she's always believed in me. And, you know, we've had some tough times we've had to go through, like with some like health things and things like that. And so she's been really strong and in really tough times. So I'm like, she's like, I'm her number one fan. She's my number one fan. Like
that's great.
Very thankful for her because she's rooted me on the whole way. And she used to tell me how bad my thumbnails used to be. So she's really good at that. Nice. She'll tell me when a video is going to be bad. She's like, why'd you do that thumbnail? But no, she's been amazing, and she takes care of Lil P, and she's just.
And how long have you been married?
Since 2014.
2014. Wow.
Yeah, man. So. Yeah.
Is it true that after when you proposed and she said yes, you went like, boom, sucker?
Yeah, I said they played the Payback song. Yeah, they played the album. No, I was it was awesome. It was on her birthday. I proposed on her birthday, and we got married. You know, like whatever, 10 months after that, and the rest is history. And got Little P right now, and who knows, maybe more in the future, right? So.
Yep, and all you women that have a crush on him, please just go on. He's taken, and we don't want to make his life any harder. So just go, just be happy for him as a scam baiter. Because I asked on Facebook for fan questions, and I got several of them asking if you were single. So I just want to.
Nope, no single, ready to mingle. I'm happily taken. So
you can go there. You can go to his streams and you can super chat, but you just can't chat with his super.
Yes, only super chats. Only super chats.
Yeah, so. But I'm dead serious. I just definitely want to send love to your wife, because I'm sure it's hard as a spouse, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean she's amazing. Like I said, she watches like the streams and the videos and stuff, and like she does she's been an integral part in the whole thing, and like supporting me when I felt bad about stuff and all that stuff. Deo says, can you ask if he's going to TwitchCon? Yes, I am going to TwitchCon.
Oh, cool.
CJ, ask him that.
CJ, you can ask me.
Oh, Pierogi, are you going to TwitchCon?
I am going to TwitchCon. Cool. And if anyone wants to go, we'll maybe do a party or something like that. Who knows? We'll do something.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually going to go. So it's going to be like me, Brandon, and probably we're going to take the editors. And I was hoping that like there was another Scambait streamer that will probably be there that is really big on Twitch, so that I can meet him for the first time. And then I think Deo said he was going to go, but Deo's going to have to room with one of the editors, I think.
Oh, cool.
Because obviously I'm going to have the presidential suite out there. So, yeah, that was a joke. Sorry.
Yes, I got it.
I'll go anywhere, so I'll come.
So but if you guys and gals do go, you can let me know, and I'm happy to chill and hang out, and maybe we'll get a party bus or something. And
hell yeah. I'd be at the Super 8, although I think I'm banned at all Super 8s, but that's a different story. That's a different story. I'll find a place.
I want to hear that for sure, man.
Yeah, that would be fun. So at the TwitchCon, I don't know anything about that. Is it like a regular con where you have a table and people can come by and like get your autograph and stuff?
Well, I am not like affiliated with Twitch at all with anything. So if I did go, I don't even know, like I probably wouldn't have a table or anything like that. Even though maybe I could, but I would just go to just go, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I don't
so
think
you'd be like a spectator.
I'm not going to have like a booth that people can come up to. I'm just going to go and be, and then we'll have the masses of people. Like everyone will be hoarding around me. I'll be walking and there'll be a big crowd.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't know. There's a guy who streams on Twitch. It's all about ducks. He could be bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think Bogo will probably be there. I'd love to meet him for the first time, shake his hand, take a picture with him, give him a big hug and a smack on the booty.
Yeah,
and then,
there you go.
You know, just see who else is going to be there and say hey to people. And
that. Then I'll go viral.
Yeah.
It will for sure. So
Paybacks max.
Yeah.
Over the booty.
Yep. That's going to be the headline on.
Yeah. Oh, you better believe it. That's the headline.
TMZ
and the hashtag.
And then we'll be on the Creator Clash.
Right.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's go take. Or do you still have the
I'm
cigarette
there.
problem too? With
As long
that
as it's not in India, I'm there. Where is this?
It's gonna be in San Diego.
Can you make it without
that's
a
still
cigarette?
far, but I can make that a little bit easier than I could to India.
Yeah, you can make 4 hours without a cigarette, right?
Well, I think it's more like 6 by the time you stop, and I don't think you can get it direct. Well, maybe 4 hours. But yeah, I'll make an exception to go hang out with you guys.
All right, cool. Well, Take and I are coming.
There it is. There it is. Boom. You heard it here first, everyone, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
So you can find us three and Deo the Friday night before Twitch having some fireball shots somewhere.
Oh, I'm down for a couple of those, or maybe more than a couple. But I'll probably have Cena, and then we have our other editor Daniel will probably go with us because we don't want to leave him behind. And then I'll have Brandon with me, so we'll have a little posse, and then
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome.
And then Deo said he's gonna be Diesel to my Shawn Michaels. And dude, I'm 6'3", man. So like, I'm gonna be towering over people. So maybe I'll be Diesel to you, Deo. That was a wrestling reference for those who don't know.
Ah, yikes. I'll be the short one then in the group.
Oh yeah.
Well, that sounds
cool,
like fun.
guys. Again, I'm sorry if I went a little long. I know I'm
no.
over 2 hours here, but
it was super fun.
This has actually been very, very fun for me. You guys are phenomenal, wonderful, and
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was super fun. Thank you again. And like I said, I learned a lot from you, and I just enjoy talking to you, and everyone enjoys listening to it. So thank you so much for coming by for our 50th episode. I think it was epic.
Thanks, man.
I would
Epic.
be congrats.
So come back on 100 or 20 or 75. Come back 75.
Let me see here. Okay, so with all of that too, hopefully this comes through. Congratulations. Thank you. And there's
oh my God, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
50 episodes. So.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Oh, it's so nice of you.
Yeah,
you better give
super
some of that
nice.
to Take, okay? You better give some of that to Take.
Yeah.
Okay? Give him a pack of cigarettes or whatever you want.
No, Take and I do it all 50-50. No worries there. So
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately for people out there, we do split everything, and I don't know, people may stop donating to CJ because once they find out I get half of it, but that is just so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I thought 50 was like a cool number because it's 50, so then we'll have to do 51 next time.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep going higher.
And I think you should come back on 75, and every 25 episodes we'll just have a Pierogi episode.
Great.
I need to take a screenshot of that. Amen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you guys do a great job. Seriously, don't lose heart. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith in humanity and people. Be good. Keep growing your audience. Keep being a positive light. Having fun, laughing, and going after the bad guys. That's all I can say. Great
Love
job.
it. Love it. I'm going to listen to that every day. Get me motivated.
For sure.
And please feel free to call in anytime or chat or whatever. I know you're busy, but you're always welcome here, of course.
I'm always here, as long as you'll have me.
Always.
Always. We love you a lot. If you ever feel like you have haters, you can come back to us. We're here. We love you.
I will have plenty of those. I have plenty of those.
Well, we're not one of them, and neither is the people in my chat. So.
All good. It's all good. Y'all be good. Good luck to all the scambaiters out there. I see all of you guys and gals in there. Nice job, Overflow. That's amazing, brother. Overflow is one of our mods. Amazing super chat, my friend. Deo, I see you in there.
Much Overflow.
I'm getting in streamer mode right now because I'm calling out super chat. So I'm already ready.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Raz is like all day long.
Raz is too kind.
Yeah, Raz does a great job modding for you guys too. So it's amazing.
You
And
guys
not
be
just
good.
us. I mean, if you've ever heard her baits, I mean,
Yeah.
her on the phone with these idiots is just amazing too.
Yeah. Raz is a good
For someone that
baiter.
doesn't have a channel,
She
she does
doesn't
like
have a
the most
channel,
I've ever
but-
seen somebody do in this community, both supporter and baiter.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Well, you guys be good.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
I'll hang up and listen to the rest. And good luck baiting out there.
All right. Love
You
you.
too.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you guys.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
man. Boom, sucker.
Take, where's my I love you? CJ said I love you. Where's my I love you? You got it.
I said boom, sucker. I was talking to
my
Pierogi.
God. You didn't say you love me though. You're supposed to. I get everyone to say I love you. You're supposed to say you love me.
I figured out, Pierogi, why the sky is so dark
Oh
above
my
Delhi.
gosh, you won't say he loves
All the
me. Okay.
colors in your hair.
He won't
I
say
love
he
you,
loves
sir.
me.
You know I love you. I love you. I
Just
love you. I love you.
All right, y'all be good. Love you guys.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
All right, later.
All right, y'all give a clap for Pierogi. Let me call out all the super chats we got today because I want to make sure that y'all know how much we appreciate
Yeah,
them.
please. I
Hold
wasn't
on, let me
chatting for a
pull
while.
them
I
up,
feel
'cause,
bad. I haven't thanked anybody, really.
I haven't said any of them out loud. So let me just thank you all so much for the super chats today. Hold on one second. Let me just okay. So thank you so much to Raz, DA, Trish, David, Kathleen Baker, Raz, Betty, New Moon, Sunset Shadow, Overflow, West Haven, Kelly, Job, J double OB, Ozzy. Thank you so much, Ozzy. Ozzy, I feel like I missed that one in chat. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate Ozzy. Thank you for everything that you've done. Like, Ozzy does a lot for us. He's our friend. Thank you, Ozzy, so much for that. Raz, Anastine Jade, West Haven, Thrill Seeks, West Haven, Scammer Payback, Overflow, Raz, and Crypt Keeper. Thank y'all so much for the super chats. And everything that y'all
And
have
Ryan.
done to...
Thanks,
and
Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
You missed Ryan.
Yep, and just thank y'all so much for the support over 50 episodes. Obviously, we couldn't have done it without y'all. Make sure you go check out Ozzy and Harley Bates. How to delete Chester drawers. I always mess that up. Draws. And so many other great channels that we have within our community. And yeah, we love y'all so much. And yeah, I think we had a great episode. I don't know if there's anything else we need to do, huh?
It was, I mean, it's amazing that he took the time. I said that before, and I won't beat that like a dead goat. But he's, to be that humble, to come on and you know, yeah, it was just amazing. And of course, he's got a lot of knowledge, and entertainment is one thing, but he definitely gets results. And it was just nice that he talked to us. And it was also a pleasure to see. It was just the perfect timing. I mean, to have Vivian Rogers do a cameo appearance on one of your baits.
That was amazing.
That was just so cool to watch.
Yeah,
and
that was
listen
amazing. And I was kind of like, I can't believe this is happening. So I feel like I didn't do super good with it, but it was just so much fun. And thank you to the members too. Peter, Raz, Crypt, all of our members, Thrill Seeks. Thank y'all so much too for your memberships. And we'll be back on Thursday with Bashful
Scambaiter in the house.
Yeah, Bashful Scambaiter will be on Thursday. And then a week from today, we're actually going to have an MS expert on. We'll be posting the link for, what is it, the MS Foundation? Is that the right word?
I guess I forgot about this actually. I'm not the expert, right?
Well, you're the co-expert, but we'll have another expert on.
I don't know what I'm doing with this nonsense.
And so we'll be posting. I don't know, I'll get with Take and figure out like what kind of MS. Thank you, Thrill. And Thrill Seeks is dying for you to say hi to him. He's been begging you all chat.
Well, Thrill, what's up, buddy? Thank you. Congrats on what were you at? 1,400.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's grown a lot.
He's growing.
Yep, but Well, if anybody would like to donate to MS next week in honor of Take, we will have a link posted, and we'll be talking about MS. So those are the episodes we have coming up. Y'all make sure you come back on Thursday for hey Gypsy Rose, it's so great to see you. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you sorry, go ahead.
We will mess with scammers on that day. I promise you we will do some things to deal with scamming. It won't be all MS nonsense, but it'll be interesting, I promise.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But we will mess with scammers as well.
Yeah, and we're not going to do it today. One reason is because I really have to pee. So, we'll just...
And that's all, folks.
Yeah, that's it for the day. Once CJ has to pee, that's it. But
that's it. And we're already 45 minutes into the Johnny Depp trial, so let's all rate somebody who's got that stream up.
So thank y'all so much. We love you guys. And
one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, just kidding. Go ahead, please.
I was going to say, here's to another 50 episodes, right?
Oh, yes, sure. Let me go on. I can talk about that for the next hour, actually. Let me talk about what's planned for the next 6 months.
If anybody, if anybody would like to come on as a guest, just feel free to email us. Our email is morningscamshow@gmail.com, and we'll talk to y'all, see if we, we'll work something out.
Yeah. Go ahead, please. I forgot to shout out Laz is here. Make sure you go. Laz is an awesome supporter, and he's just an awesome baiter, and he's on Twitch. Laz is just awesome. And I just saw his name and forgot to say hi.
And there was several baiters that gave me questions that we just didn't. We ran out of time for. I'm so sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry because I know I asked some baiters for some questions. I was going to ask baiter questions, but then we just started talking. So, y'all forgive me for that. Mm-hmm.
And when I was talking about the results-oriented scam baiters, I mean, Dan Gleeball should have been mentioned, and, I forget stuff. The guy's just an amazing force to be reckoned with, and he gets bank accounts and bank accounts and bank accounts. So, here's to you, Dan. Thanks for everything.
Yep. So, we love y'all. Let's go either bait or support a baiter today. And, yep, and we will see y'all on Thursday with Bashful Scam Baiter. And thank you again to Silly Mouse for our awesome new song. Let's play that one again as we go out.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Love you guys.
We'll be back on Thursday with the Bashful Scam Baiter.
Yep.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Love y'all.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. You have